Welcome back to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. This week, our WonderCon recap. Warner Brothers sells Coyote versus Acme. The Beatles create a cinematic event. And going to the movies is back, baby. Stick around because your fandom awaits here on the Deeper Issues Nerd. Of God, fantasies. Welcome back to the place where we think all the deep thoughts about all the shallow things. Welcome back to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. It's New Comic Book Day, it's Wednesday, and this is the place where we will talk all the nerdy things until we've been put below the ground and turned into worm food. Starting a little bit later than usual. Well, I don't know. We normally always start at 8. We're like 7 minutes late. We say we start at like 7:30, but we really are just starting at 8 all the time. If this is your first time joining us, we are the podcast where we take the weekly geeky zeitgeist and translate it into Muggle speak or layman's. We'll deep dive into the latest movies, TVs, gaming, comics, or whatever weird thing the internet nerds are fighting about today and nerd-splain it. So no nerdy background necessary to hang out. Whether you can recite the entire history of Middle-earth from memory, or you think midichlorians are an energy drink. I'm sorry, I lost my place. Or you think midichlorians are an energy drink, or maybe you're a total newbie or a level 99 pop culture wizard. Maybe you're caught up on all the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or wondering when they plan to introduce Batman into the MCU. When are they bringing in Batman? Myself and panel of nerd-splainers have a PhD in pop culture in order to be your geeky guides to discovering what kind of nerd you really are. So welcome to the gateway to all things nerdy. Let's try that again. Welcome to the gateway to all things nerdy. Welcome to the Deeper Issues Nerdcast. No gatekeeping allowed. This week, my panel of nerd-splainers, grandmasters of geekery, continuity crusaders, walking wikis, pop culture senseis, lore lords.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm trying some things. To my left, welcome back. No longer sick, or is she?
Sick with it.
She's sick. Yeah, sick with it. Olivia, the good ditty, definitely over. We're going to Las Vegas tomorrow, which is crazy. Liv Diddy King. The right hand. All right, get all those applause out, everybody. How you feeling, by the way, Diddy? We did miss you.
I missed you guys. I'm feeling better.
I'm sick now.
I know. Stay away from me. Yeah. I just got over this.
I probably have what you had.
Well, I haven't seen you, but the kids.
Your immune system should be like high boosted.
It's not. I feel a slight wind could make me sick again.
Okay, maybe. I got the Comic-Con crud. This could be a whole new type of crud.
Okay.
The right hand here at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast, Mr. T.I. Ty, Goblin Mode.
I dressed up today.
You did dress up. I just like saying Goblin Mode. That's just I like saying that.
Just say that about me.
Dang it, we don't
always
have,
looking good.
Ty is always looking good. We don't have Batman playing in the background. We promised to do that and we messed up, Ty.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Ty Chow. Tyler. Looking good. You are looking good today, Ty.
Thank you.
You have a glow about you. Are you pregnant?
Yeah, I had a lot of food today. Let me a little food baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you incubating a human? But I'm just wondering. You have a lovely glow, actually.
Oh, thank you.
Skin looks good.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I don't know. It's like when you get like a sunburn and like the new skin comes out.
You're sun-kissed.
Yeah, maybe.
You got a sun-kissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You done got sun-kissed.
Eczema sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tell you guys what I'm saying. You look.
Thank you.
You look good.
Well, while we're on camera, since she's back, I do have something for Diddy.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Jeff's not here really quick. He will be here.
He will be here.
He'll sneak in, our fact checker. So Tommy Jeff will just. What do you got for Diddy?
What?
King.
Oh.
Oh my God.
What is it?
It's a little from the Owl House.
Oh, show it
It's
to the
King.
camera.
It's King, and he's my little guy.
Dang, look that
That's
out
so
of
funny
focus.
because right when you guys were gonna start talking about WonderCon, I was gonna be like, "Where are my presents?"
Oh shit!
As a joke,
Oh
as a
shit.
joke. But I
Well,
thank you, Ty. I
you're
love it.
welcome. Well, I delivered Pablo.
I'm glad you delivered. I got something in my
You did.
one of my bags.
Ooh,
I do have something for you.
I love this, and he has his little what's his name? The stuffed animal's name? I forget.
You know what? I don't remember.
It's like Francisco or something.
Yeah. Oh, Cosmo says what's up.
Francisco
What's up,
Cosmo.
Cosmo?
Saw Cosmo at WonderCon. We were working on some things. We're cooking with Cosmo. Although Cosmo has a cooking show, we're cooking. We're working on some things. Hopefully behind the scenes.
Well, did he cook some popcorn?
No,
I didn't. Nana did.
Oh, okay. Well, Nana cooked some popcorn.
I don't think you cook popcorn. I think you pop popcorn.
Well, you cook this kind because it's a Jiffy.
Jiffy Pop. Yeah, I'm glad this is very fitting for today's episode because we are going to talk a lot about CinemaCon. Before we dive into the weekly Geeky Zeitgeist, this is a show all about learning. Whether you're learning what kind of nerd you are, whether you're learning about fandom, whether you're being nerd-splained to, we learn stuff on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah.
Hence, we have this little portion of the show where we talk about what did we learn this week. Did he? You've been gone for 2 weeks. You have. Did you learn 2 things at least?
Well,
We learn something every day, but
I did learn something. So, well, it's more critter related things.
oh yeah,
Okay. Well, when I was driving home from work, I think, yeah, it must have been because that's all I do. But I was driving home and there was a skunk in the middle of the road, like on
Ooh.
beach. So I was going like 55, you know?
In Huntington Beach on beach. Yeah,
Yeah.
people drive very fast down that street.
Yeah,
They go faster than 55. That's pretty tame.
I
for
know.
What I've seen.
Well, the speed limit was just getting off 60 and going into 50. So I was like slowing down and there was this like little skunk that was crossing the road and I slammed on my brakes because I didn't want to hit him. He was literally like right in front of me. Slammed on my brakes, but I missed it. But he like Christmas Vacation style he was like right in the middle and I went right over him.
oh my gosh.
It was insane. I was bawling because I thought I killed him, but then I saw him just like run away. So I was like,
Okay.
okay, he's alive. But what I learned, because I know what skunks smell like. Okay,
Yeah.
I live in the wetlands. I smell skunks every night.
Smell
and,
like weed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from far away. But when you're
No, no, no.
closer, it smells more like gasoline. My
Oh.
cat's
Ooh.
actually been sprayed before, but just like a little bit, right? Just like a
Smidge.
tiny bit. And he stunk for like a while and it smells strong like gasoline. But I learned firsthand, he sprayed the underneath of my car.
Oh.
My car, within seconds, filled up with the strongest smell I've ever smelled. It was so horrible. And it smelled for days.
How long ago was this?
It was like a week ago. And I was going to tell you guys on the last one.
Did you cover your car in tomato sauce?
Right. That's
Oh, the
what I should have
interior.
done.
Duh.
I learned that from Rugrats.
Yeah.
The tomato sauce is a thing, though. It's a real
Yeah.
thing. But no, because it was so weird, though, because it was underneath my car. There's like no way to like clean it, but I sprayed a hose underneath it. Made it worse. Don't do that.
Just
Yeah.
You
Tomato
just have to
sauce.
live with-
Duh,
you just
tomato
have to
sauce under the car.
Just spray tomato sauce
Just-
under the car. I
some
just had to
V8.
live with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of it's gone. But
okay.
immediately though, after
Is it gone or did you just get used to it? Like, what if we go in there and we're like, it's not gone?
No, you guys have to tell me if that happens because it smelled
Diddy's like, this
so
is my life now.
Yeah.
insane though. Like immediately right when he ran away, I was like, oh, he's alive. Oh my God. My eyes started watering. Like not because I was crying,
Yeah.
but because it
it's
was
okay.
stinging so bad. The person behind me too honked and
Well-
flipped me off. And I was like, I'm not going to kill a skunk just because you have to be somewhere. And it was also like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, I'm not going to kill a little skunk. He's just trying to live his life.
No.
Cross the road. Anyways, yeah, I learned firsthand that it smells.
I mean, but if it's you or the skunk,
It's gonna be the
Yeah.
skunk, brother.
Yeah, that's
I'm not.
that's skunk. I ain't going
He-
down for no skunk.
No, it's gonna be the skunk. He's living.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
oh, you're going out.
No, I
You're
gladly
sacrificing yourself for this skunk.
100%.
Okay.
That skunk's living.
Not what driver's ed told me.
That skunk's got a full life that it needs to live.
He's got a skunk family.
Oh,
I'll gladly take the RIP on this one.
dang. All right. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good, I guess.
That's a good
we
lesson.
learned that Diddy is willing to
Give her life.
give
Die?
her life for skunks.
I give it for about anything.
Doesn't take much.
Dang.
I know, I'm there with you.
It wasn't me. I was in the car when somebody ran over a pigeon one time.
Oh.
And
Not America's birds.
yeah. I was in the car when somebody ran over a pigeon. I think this is the only thing that luckily I've ever been in a vehicle for
Oh,
that's gotten run over.
sad.
But the pigeon had a death wish
Mm,
because pigeons fly, right?
mhm.
The-
I didn't know.
Clearly, the car was going at it at a very quick speed, and we saw it from like 2 blocks away. But the pigeon
He
did
won-
not.
So you had every opportunity to.
I wasn't driving.
Who was? Give me names
I don't. I'm not going to give you any names, but
after the show.
yeah, the pigeon.
I'm coming for you.
I think the person assumed the pigeon would fly away, like we all just. You drive towards birds, they fly away.
Mm.
This pigeon did not. Yeah, really sad for that pit. That deserves a womp womp. This pigeon just
Yeah.
like he was just ready to go.
Oh, well, I get it.
And
Too
he,
many suicide jokes.
he hit the pigeon. This is getting a little serious right now. We might have to have a talk right now. We're gonna put up a hotline number here momentarily. But
Sorry.
the person hit the pigeon, and there was a literal just explosion of feathers.
Ah.
Oh, jeez. It's like a cartoon.
It was just like a thump, and it was like a cartoon. There were just feathers everywhere, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "You just hit that pigeon." He's like, "I thought it was gonna move," but I was like, "So did I." But yeah, and it was a cartoon moment. It was like an explosion of feathers. The only thing I've ever.
That's wild.
But I'm not sacrificing myself for no skunk. I got kids.
So does the skunk.
We got to start doing me first because I can't follow up with any.
You're like, I can't follow that skunk.
I can't follow up with.
Ty, you had a pretty eventful WonderCon. Did you learn anything at
I-
WonderCon? Pumps is in the chat.
Oh, what up?
Actually, I should tell you, Pumps co-host here of the Abdominal Stretch every Saturday morning where we recap this week in pro wrestling. Pumps has been posting, you should follow him at Pump61, some of the best crawl space content in the game today. The man is never a dull moment. Pumps is
Did you run over a possum, Pablo?
Who?
no,
Who?
Pumps is always posting like going because he does pest control and
Oh.
rodent control and all that stuff. And he finds very interesting things in people's like attics, basements, crawl spaces. And we have a group chat, and he put in the group chat just like a decomposed animal that had been like in somebody's crawl space, just dead for. And it was like, it looked like, like the fucking Velociraptor in Jurassic Park, where it's like it's like a fucking paleontologist done wiped away and just showed these bones. I'm like, what
Yeah.
animal was that? And it was an opossum.
Possum. I
But-
love possums. I found a possum skull in my backyard though, once, and
Did you make it into a necklace or a
I
belt?
was so excited about it because I was like, "Oh dang, this is cool,"
Yeah.
But then I read how to like clean it, and then I left it in the damn bleach water too long.
You bleach it.
Yeah, but I left it too long, and then it disintegrated, and I was like, "Fuck."
But Pumps was supporting, and he's like, just don't tell Diddy about this. Opossum.
Clearly, we just did.
Well, but
He didn't kill it.
He probably died of natural causes.
Yeah.
being suffocated or trapped somewhere.
No, he died a happy, full life in that crawl space.
Sure.
He died. He
I'm
died.
sure he.
He died surrounded by his possum family.
It's like
Sorry, Ty. What did you learn this week?
I how to follow that up. I found out I can be very easily influenced into doing or buying.
You didn't
shit.
just learn that this week, though.
Well,
Ty was
You've been
texting
knowing
me.
that.
He's like, I'm unsupervised at WonderCon right now.
yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I shouldn't be unsupervised. And
I took that opportunity to be unsupervised because I was like, oh, look at this little niche thing that I like. Yeah, no. In the past, God, 4 days, I not only went to WonderCon, my buddy was like, hey, we should go to this concert. And yeah, normally I'm easily persuaded to go to a concert, but very easily influenced. I just went to just purchase some concert tickets.
easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
What'd you buy? Who'd you buy?
Architects, they're playing at the House of Blues in Anaheim with Era, which is one of my buddy's favorite bands. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Architects, they've been around for a while. They're UK metal band. I'm stoked about their new album though because Jordan Fish from Bring Me the Horizon, my favorite band, produced their new album. Jordan Fish also produced Poppy's album, which is what I'm gonna do this month as well.
Yeah, not this week, but next week. Ty's going to see
Next week.
Queen of the Internet, Queen of YouTube,
That's right.
Poppy. Our queen. All hail the Queen.
That's right.
We got a kiss of the ring of Poppy. If you are on YouTube, you need to kiss that Poppy ring. Cosmo, if you don't know, you should be kissing Poppy's ring.
I have an altar at my house.
Yeah, as you should.
Yeah.
She's the queen of YouTube. Yeah, that's not you knew that about yourself, I feel like.
Yeah, it's like, ask me twice
Yeah.
and I'll do it.
Well, I'll say this. At WonderCon, I always like going Sunday because it's the day where most vendors are not pressured by like huge crowds to like I get it, like it's a business. So when I want to be respectful, I'm not going to go videotape them while they have a big crowd around them and like ask them questions. But as I'm walking the floor by myself, people have like see my rig and they're like, "Oh, what do you video?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do content for Deeper Issues Nerdcast and I do concert photography." And people are more inclined to, be a little more curious. And I actually got to meet some really cool local artists, people that drove all the way out from Pennsylvania.
I want to put this to the test right now. I'm just staring at
God.
you thinking about this.
Oh God.
Hey, Ty,
Yes.
come to Vegas for WrestleMania weekend. I need to create some content. I'm gonna need a producer there to help us out with that. I'm inviting you. It's Nathan's room, but
No.
I'm
Ty,
driving.
but will you come to Vegas for WrestleMania weekend?
Ty, how about you come to Vegas for WrestleMania weekend, the 19th and the 20th?
Listen,
It's on
It'll
420.
be so
It's on
cool.
420.
Come to
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
there you got a free place today.
but I am doing something on 420. That's the only problem.
But you can be in Vegas. during
You're
WrestleMania
doing
weekend.
something? What are you doing?
Yeah, what do you?
I mean, I
buddy?
wish. My mom's in this chat.
Sorry, it's Easter.
It's Easter. No, yeah. I mean, I think I am doing something with Easter with my family. That's why. Otherwise, if you had told me ahead of time, maybe.
Ty, you should come to WrestleMania for
Okay, we'll talk.
Ty, WrestleMania.
Okay, we'll talk.
Ty WrestleMania Vegas, WrestleMania weekend.
Okay, listen. I do love Vegas. I
Ty,
did go,
WrestleMania.
I did go
Ty,
like
if you got a
5
free
times
place to
last
stay,
year.
don't you want to go to Vegas for WrestleMania weekend? Tommy Jeff walking through the door right now, everybody. You can't walk in here quietly.
Ah, come on, I tried.
He tried.
I tried.
We
There
got
he
you
is.
set up. Look, there he is, right there. Blue, looking blue as hell.
Hi, this is just one of those days.
Eat your heart out, Eiffel 65. He's blue dabba dee dabba dow. So WrestleMania weekend.
Okay, well,
Got cool stuff, cool content we can create that weekend.
listen. I will never say no to Vegas unless I have something going on. Unless I have
Which
something,
I do.
Which
which I kind of do. We'll see. I'll let you know.
don't you want to like interview some cool people at WrestleCon
do.
and I can run away and join the circus?
And if I can,
I
join-
don't know if Bobby's going. Bobby's are the abdominal stretch producer, but Ty does camera stuff, and we need-
Cosmo's telling me to go.
yeah. Look, see,
Yeah,
do it. Ty,
see,
go.
Dude, you gotta go.
God, come on.
I'll go. TJ goes.
Hey, I never say no to
I
Vegas.
get
I will go.
WrestleMania happening in Las Vegas the 19th and the 20th.
Damn, that's my dad's birthday.
I know. That's my father-in-law's birthday.
Yeah, they have the same birthday. They're
Uh,
brothers.
Yeah.
No way.
Tommy Jeff, welcome. What did you learn anything this week? You came just in time. This is
Wow.
like perfect.
Oh wait, we're in the middle of it. Oh man.
You know,
We just started.
It was your first WonderCon.
Yeah.
You went?
I
Yeah.
went,
I'm so sad.
and you didn't go. Why?
I feel
Were-
like I can tell you something that Tommy Jeff probably learned about himself at WonderCon.
He's a big nerd.
He's a big nerd, but he enjoyed. We went to Masquerade, and I don't feel like anybody in
yeah.
that audience had more fun than Tommy Jeff had
Oh,
at
yeah.
Masquerade.
Let me tell you. Okay. This was the coolest thing in the world because you got to see people just like really own and own their cosplay
Yeah,
Ooh.
and just truly have fun. Cause like walking around the con, they're all like in character, but they're like serious in character, and they're just like, "This is me," and it's photo shoots and it's all this, and like, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun. Like they're having fun with
Yeah.
it, but like they're very.
Oh, they
in it.
let loose.
yeah,
But like Masquerade, my gosh,
yeah,
and like the surprises
yeah. It was good.
were insane. I loved it. Oh yeah,
Oh.
I was cackling like a witch in this. I was like hooting and hollering left and right. Oh, it was a
Man,
blast.
I
but
have
the
FOMO for
energy-
sure.
Oh, the energy in that room was amazing.
Oh
though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I did not expect to at all because we were hemming and hawing about even going to see it.
You were.
yeah.
We
We
were,
want to do this.
we were tired.
For like,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
like an
tired.
hour and a half, we were just like, do we want to? And it's like, yeah, we'll do it. And then it's like, do we want to?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like, honestly, I'm very happy that we did it.
we were at that stage of tired where it's like you just can't even make any choices or decisions about anything. It's like, can we do this? And sure enough, we did, and it was worth it.
Fun.
Oh, it was so great.
It was really great. I loved it.
Cosmo says he should take us to the cosplay after parties at San Diego Comic Con.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Ironically, Ty and I were talking about that on the car ride home about San Diego, and he's like, the Masquerade at San Diego is significantly larger, and I was like, I have to see this. Like,
Wow.
this has to happen.
Yeah,
So-
We're doing it.
Yeah.
This this San Diego Comic Con should be pretty fun for us. I think we're gonna figure
And
out. a way
I'm
to get-
going.
Yeah,
I'll ask for the days off.
get the days off. Let's
Yes, you're going.
do it.
We will kidnap you
let's
from work.
go.
Promise?
Oh, 100%. I don't care about them.
Yeah.
I don't care about.
All I really know is that. Anyways,
Oh.
what did I learn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what did you learn, Pablo?
Speaking of Masquerade, Ashley Eckstein
Yes.
was the host of Masquerade, and infamously, Star Wars is a pretty direct ripoff, or you could say, I guess,
You can say ripoff.
ripoff of Dune. And I learned that Ashley Eckstein did not know anything about Dune or that fandom at all. And it was pretty hilarious. And it showed, like, as she was talking about, like, Arrakis and, like, and
That's
the planet of
wild.
Dune. And it was really funny because she was, like, mispronouncing certain things and, like, getting corrected by the audience. And I was like, how does she not know that Dune is a direct, like, or that Star Wars is a direct ripoff, pretty much, of Dune. And it was pretty fucking hilarious.
That's
all I have.
funny.
Uh,
That's funny.
Also, she as a host,
She was great.
she's hilarious.
She's
Yeah.
fantastic. Not
And-
not putting her down whatsoever.
No, she's amazing. And she pokes fun at herself all the time throughout
Yes.
it. And I love when people do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's chef's kiss. She's so great.
She was fantastic. Candace saying that I'm super crushing on why Pablo is super crushing on Ty. I don't know what that means.
Oh, because we were talking about how good Ty looks.
Oh yeah, he does. He
Oh.
looks great.
Yeah,
But
Ty
no,
looks amazing.
I can't compliment Ty.
No, that's gay.
Jeez.
Gay.
Jeez.
Didn't know you were gay, Pablo.
That's what I learned this week.
Oh, congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. Here's music stuff.
Did you see Pump's comment?
No, no. Side note, I don't know about my hat.
Pablo in a hat.
Oh,
I
well,
support
you've seen
this.
me in a hat before. The reason I'm wearing a hat,
I support it.
I
Wait,
support
what's
this
wrong
too.
with that?
I thought it looked fine.
The reason I'm wearing a hat is because I'm fucking sick. The only reason I'm surviving right now is because I went to go get one of those hydration station IVs. I got like an IV where they give you the Toradol and the B12 and all the hydration.
What are we in Vegas?
Not
we might
yet.
as well be, right?
yet.
Not
Like,
yet.
I've been just down today's like the first day where I felt like normal enough, and I still had to do a bunch of errands and run around and do things because my wife's opening a store, and I've just been completely useless the last couple days. And yeah, I had to go get an IV. It was fancy.
How
I felt,
was that? I think you're the first person I've talked to that has actually done one of those.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pablo does drugs.
No,
He does IVs.
I
Pablo
did.
does IVs.
I did an IV. It's you hydrate, you get B12, you get is it Toradol? Is that what they give you? It's like the thing that they give the NFL players. It's basically like ibuprofen
Drugs.
times 1,000, and then
I
some.
mean, yeah, ibuprofen is a drug, so if it's
Yeah.
times 1,000,
Yeah, and then something else, and I feel like I'm okay.
that's wild.
Yeah, it's cool. Do it. It's
Do it.
Is it good for
Just
you?
do it.
Like,
Just do it.
yeah. What do you mean? Is it good for you?
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
no. So yeah, I've heard a lot of things. I've
just
heard a lot of good things
ibuprofen
about
times
this.
1,000.
Yeah,
Is that like a
So
what is it?
It's fairly healthy and everything. It's primarily just like a hydration situation that's going on.
Mm.
So that way, like you can go about your day. Because sometimes you aren't able to intake enough for your body.
Can you just go
and
do
that can
that?
help.
You can just go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
What's that
it's like
for?
$100 to $200 or something like that,
Is-
depending on where you go.
Yeah.
It's not terribly cheap, but it's not also like terribly expensive, and it's not something you do every day.
It's $220. You can do it every day.
But yeah, I mean you can, but like why would you?
It
This
has
is like what, a 45-minute process?
yeah, it's about 45 minutes. They put
Yeah.
you on an IV drip. They hydrate you.
I've looked into
Just
this.
at the hospital?
No, it's called
No.
it's called the hydration room. Sorry, I keep saying
Oh.
hydration station, but
That sounds good. Missed opportunity. For
yeah,
them.
fuck it,
Yeah.
it's fucked up.
a hydration station.
But it has vitamin C, NAC, anti-inflammatories, selenium, B12, D3, zinc, isotol, B complex, and glutamine.
Yeah,
They don't specifically mention the Toradol. Toradol, I think is what it's called, right? Toradol is basically what they give. Yeah, Toradol is basically like intensified ibuprofen, but the only other time that I ever had the Toradol was when I got bitten by a stray cat. But it's a very strong NSAID that should only be considered for short-term relief of acute and moderately severe pain that occurs following surgery. Toradol carries a high
Or
risk
cat
of
bites.
severe. Yeah. Well, yeah, I had gotten bitten by a stray cat that I was fostering that freaking bit right down to my bone, and my hand swole up. And I had to go to the hospital, to the ER, because I'm like, my hand is not stopping. It keeps swelling. And they were like, yeah, you get bitten by this. And it was a stray cat that I like got spayed, and I was re-releasing back into its space and everything and fostering its kittens. That's where I got Ballerina, my other cat, from.
Mhm.
And ungrateful piece of shit bit me. But I found out that cat bites can cause blood poisoning. So
oh
they
yeah,
had
they
to,
can be really dangerous.
yeah, they had to
Yeah.
be it like I still have the little like scar from it, but it like bit me in my thumb right there, and it like its little fang hit that bone. Like I could feel it. Like
Woof.
it was like an injection. It was pretty epic. But anyways, the reason why I got in this is because of the Toradol that I got from the hydration room.
It's funny because I've looked into those so much because Vegas is where I usually party the hardest, and I live a very like kosher lifestyle outside of Vegas. And there's been a couple times where I woke up and I'm like, I think I need an IV drip. So I've done a lot of research on them. I've just never actually participated in
Yeah.
it because I
Yeah.
don't trust random things.
Right.
No, it's a general. There's an actual doctor. You do get see. You have to see the doctor, and they talk to you and find out if you qualify and everything.
That guy was just wearing a white coat.
Yeah, no,
probably.
it was don't just assume the doctor's a male. It was a lady doctor. But
Well, were the pronouns properly she, her?
I don't know.
Well, then we can't make that assumption.
Well, and that's on you, Pablo.
All right. But anyways, yeah, you can get a hydration refresher for $100. So it can range anywhere from $100 to $250, depending on what you want.
see, affordable.
I went
$100.
and got the cold and flu one, which
Ah.
decreases the symptoms of fatigue, combats dehydration, and supports your immune system.
Wow, that's
And let me
wild.
tell you, I feel great. So
I love that.
there's that. It
Cool.
works. Go get hydrated. Mom says now I have FIV, which I'm assuming is feline HIV. Maybe I have cat AIDS. I don't know.
I think you would know.
Hey.
Imagine if we were alive while I was doing that.
April Fools, everybody. Apparently our internet dropped out there for a second. I think we're back. We're back. It's April 2nd. It's not too late for an April Fool's Day joke, is it?
No, April Fools is for the whole month. People
Okay.
just choose to only celebrate it on April 1st.
Yeah.
But they don't say April 1st Fool.
True.
I think we're back, right? Are we? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe we are.
Yeah, okay, we are.
Yeah, Instagram's moving.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I don't know. We dropped out there for a second. I have no idea what happened, but I did lose all of my graphics, and I'm going to have to go back and do that. This is news and stuff is where we were.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we started talking about hydration stuff. Where do you guys, there's a lot of stuff that popped out this week. I guess actually let's get into, let's start off with this. The passing of one of a lot of people's favorite actors, basically titan in industry, basically. The passing of Val Kilmer. Did he die? Did he die yesterday? Or was that today?
Yesterday.
Today.
was
Well,
t-
last night.
Last night.
Last night.
Yeah,
But like at
23 hours
12.
ago is when it was posted.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Homegrown Hollywood actor. By the way, leading man, known for his roles as Jim Morrison, Batman. He was the Iceman in Top Gun.
Mad Mortigan.
Mad Mortigan, Doc Holliday in Tombstone. What just insane amounts of stuff. Did he played Mark Twain? Did he play Bug?
What is that? That must be like a stage
in
play.
Citizen Twain? Yeah.
Citizen Twain.
Yeah, in Citizen Twain.
No.
One of my favorite animated films, and I stand by it being one of the greatest animated films ever made, is an early DreamWorks animated film. He voiced Moses in The Prince of Egypt. Fantastic
Oh.
movie.
Yes.
I will say better than Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston was the Ten Commandments, so it's a little bit different. But I don't know if you guys have
The
y'all seen
Prince
that?
of Egypt?
Yeah, have you not seen that?
Of course. But Val Kilmer played Moses?
He was Moses. Yo, Prince of Egypt, low key, probably one of the most star-studded animated films. Sandra Bullock, Jeff Goldblum, Ray Fiennes, I think is Ramesses. Steve Martin and Martin Short are the two
Martin Short?
Yeah, Martin Short are the two high priests who have a really great villain song.
The music in that movie is so good.
The music in that movie is so good. But Val Kilmer, yeah, passed away last night. Let me see. I'm gonna quote the New York Times article. Let's see. The cause was pneumonia, said his daughter Mercedes Kilmer. Mr. Kilmer was diagnosed with throat cancer in 2014, but later recovered. Tall, handsome, in a rock star sort of way, Mr. Kilmer was in fact cast as a rocker in a handful of times in his career when he seemed destined for blockbuster success. He made his feature debut in the slapstick Cold War spy movie Top Secret in 1984, which he starred as a crowd-pleasing, hip-shaking American singer in Berlin, unwittingly involved in an East German plot to reunify the country. Yeah, he was in Oliver Stone's The Doors. Let's see, hold on. He played a cameo of mentor and advice-giving Elvis as he imagined the film's anthropology. I'm sorry, guys.
True Romance.
He was in True Romance. Can you name?
He plays Elvis in True Romance, but that was like Quentin Tarantino's first film that he like wrote.
Yeah,
he
he wrote
plays
it, but he didn't
Elvis.
direct
He didn't
it.
direct
Oliver
it.
Stone directed that one. Just endless movies. The Saint, Ghosts in the Darkness, which is an amazing movie about hunting lions in Africa, which is really kind of a terrifying film.
One of the best movies ever made, Willow.
Willow. He was in the Planes video game. I don't know. He was in. Oh, he was the voice of Bravo in Planes, which is funny. It's a little nod, I guess, to him being Iceman. Let's see. He was
Cosmo says kiss, kiss, bang, bang.
Kiss,
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Jeez,
Shane Black. So good.
I feel like Batman Forever gets a lot of flack because I think we just lump it in, and it's funny that this is the photo that I'm using. We lump it in with like Batman and Robin because of the bat nipples. And this is where they debuted the bat nipples. But let me tell you, I love Batman Forever. It should be playing in the background.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's not. Uh,
You couldn't find it.
uh,
Oh,
the Island of
Ty.
Dr. Monroe. He was in it. He was in the Island of Dr. Monroe. The Real McCoy. Kill Me Again. Billy the Kid as well. He was in the
Top Gun.
He was
Yeah.
in Billy. He was Billy the Kid.
No, I
He
think
was in Billy the Kid.
he was in Billy the
He's
Kid.
in Billy the Kid.
He was in. Actually, he was Billy the Kid in a
Oh.
Billy the Kid. It looks like this was a TV movie.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
not like
Not the one with Emilio Estevez. I think is the one that you're thinking of, right? Because didn't Emilio Estevez play Billy the Kid? in
he
one of them?
wasn't
Maybe.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
No, he was, but he
He
just
was
was
just
not in
in
that
it.
Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
But look,
Never mind.
the man's resume speaks for itself. I
Truly
think
does.
everybody's gonna have a Val Kilmer thing that they're gonna remember Val Kilmer for.
Yeah. What was your guys' favorite Val Kilmer movie?
Yeah, what is your favorite Val Kilmer movie?
Well, she was looking at you, so you go first.
Me?
Yeah.
Anyone?
I will say I love Ghost in the Darkness. Like I feel like it's a very underrated movie, or just a movie that not enough people talk about. And it's like I don't know how old I was when I saw that movie, but it made such an impression on me. Because it's like a very do you know what it's about? It's like about basically like this like these lions basically terrorizing a town in Africa. And it's amazing, and Val Kilmer's fantastic. The Saint, and I don't know, Batman Forever, man, he's Batman. Yeah,
Yeah.
Are you all right there, Ty? What's going on? What do you-
Cut out a little and then came back. So
you cut out there though,
Hmm?
not here.
Yeah, we're good. We're
no,
good.
we're good now.
Yeah.
Yeah. My screen was black.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll say,
Mine's Willow for sure.
who is it?
Willow's one of my favorite movies of all time.
All
Top
right.
5 favorite movies.
Really?
No,
Top
no.
5 favorite
Top
movies?
5.
Why?
Why?
I guess that was judgmental. I've
you-
not seen it. So
You've never
like-
seen it.
No, I
So
haven't.
you've
That's
never
why I'm-
seen it.
That's why I'm asking. Like, why?
No, it's amazing. It's like top tier fantasy.
Okay.
film.
It is.
You guys
It's
have to see
fantastic.
it. You've
That's
seen
fair.
it. You guys have seen it.
Yes.
That's fair.
That didn't seem convincing.
Yeah.
No, but it's incredible.
Tony Carlson in the Instagram chat.
It's actually
Doc
up
Holliday.
there. I see it. VHS. You guys should have put that one on.
You could.
I can toss that out.
Mad Mortigan, baby.
Actually, you know what? I'm taking it back.
So hot in that movie.
I'm gonna say Tombstone's my favorite Val Kilmer.
Tombstone,
Doc Holliday.
amazing.
the
I'll be your
only-
Huckleberry.
The only
Yeah.
movie that I've actually seen
That's right.
that he's in, looking at his incredible legacy, is ironically Top Gun. So
Yeah,
my
is that-
default
Not seen
is
Batman.
Top Gun.
Of course, that's the
No,
one you
I've
thought.
not seen Batman Forever.
Of course, that's the
Of
one.
course, that's what. The
I mean-
gayest movie of all.
That movie's very good.
That movie is so
It's the only one I've seen.
good. Yeah, not in a
Maybe-
bad way. I mean, it's great.
No, yeah, maybe that's how I knew I was gay. Who knows?
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
thanks to
That
those-
volleyball scene?
No, not even the ball. There's the tense scene in the locker room where they do that, where he does it all. That
Oh
little-
yeah. Well, no, like Quentin Tarantino has like a whole shtick about this, where he goes on and he's like, that whole movie is about somebody who's gay accepting that they're gay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That, Nightbreed, and Nightmare on Elm Street 2 are movies about people
Realizing that.
Well, they're all metaphors about people accepting their sexuality.
Yeah. There's probably
Nice.
so many more too.
Yeah, but that's the ones that I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the ones that come to mind for me. But yeah, for me, Tombstone. I guess Tommy Jeff's Top Gun.
No, over.
We'll, like,
Not Sound
lump
of
that one
Music.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ty, what's your favorite Val Kilmer movie?
What's up, Mariano? He's in the chat. Man, that's a good question.
Nobody's gonna say The Doors.
I never
The
saw
Doors is
it.
good.
Tony, The
The Doors is super good.
I never saw it.
Kiss Kiss
Um,
Bang Bang is also really good.
Fantastic.
Funny enough, I've seen part of that. Funny, I was gonna say my memory with Willow. I remember watching at my friend's house, and this was like recent. I was probably like in my 20s, and they're like, "Look, it's Batman." I'm like, "What do you mean? There's Batman?"
Tommy Jeff doesn't know how to work a VHS player. Can you get a shot of that really quick? This is,
Ironically, hold on.
welcome to the new age, y'all.
You know what's really funny? I
There
grew
may
up
be a tape in there already that you
There's a
have to
tape- yeah,
eject.
here.
Yeah. Tommy Jeff doesn't know how to work the VHS. This is just
I
your
never
age
really-
is showing.
He is
right
the
now.
youngest of
You
us
are the
all.
young-
I'm
youngest of
not
us.
the youngest. I'm the youngest.
Oh.
Oh, you're not. And then how do you not know how to work? Oh yeah, look, the Busy World of Richard Scarry was happening there in the background.
I did. Yeah.
It's
Oh, you have it on your ass?
No.
All right, there you go. It's
get
on
that
your
shot
ass.
of Ty's sweet ass.
There's nothing back there.
Look at that.
There's nothing back there.
That's America's ass.
That's American.
Blacksville is what it is.
That's Southern California's ass right there, buddy. Oh wow, we have to rewind it. Hold on.
Yeah.
What? You don't rewind your VHSs?
Apparently he does
I
not.
do rewind my VHSs.
It looks so funny in the back.
It's go playing
Yeah,
back.
we're just going backwards, you know, like.
I'm gonna rewind it. Look, I got a remote over here.
We're
Okay.
civilized.
We're,
We
we're a proper.
for a VHS player.
Yeah.
Oh, Mariano said The Doors was his favorite.
The Doors is great. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Why
The
does
Doors
nobody
is
say The Doors,
amazing.
right?
I've never seen
Because
it.
most of us haven't seen it.
I've listened to the music, the
Uh,
actual band.
Like I will.
The music,
Yeah.
the music
actual-
is good.
the
No,
music-
the movie's really good.
The movie's great.
Oliver Stone.
He's fantastic in it.
Yeah, it's funny. My dad has not shown me that movie. He's a big Doors fan, so I'm a little surprised I haven't seen this movie. Mom, I know you're in the chat.
If John Tracy was in the chat, I'm sure he would talk about. Never mind. You know what? I'm not even gonna make that joke. I'm not about.
My mom did text me. She's like, "We don't have plans. You can go to Vegas."
Let's go.
I'll go.
Wait,
TJ goes.
Go.
You just got to tell me the dates. One of the dates?
Easter.
We need.
1920.
Oh, my friend from
Mm.
Europe's going to be in town.
Oh.
So I have to make sure that they're down to go to Vegas.
Well, I can't.
And as long as they are.
I'm inviting you guys to a room that's not even mine.
Oh, I guess I can't go. Sorry.
I mean, I'll get my own room if I end up going. but,
Yeah?
yeah?
You're gonna go to You're gonna go to WrestleMania. Are you going to Vegas, dude?
Dude, I don't say no to Vegas.
Let's go. Okay.
And I find every
Did he?
reason to go
Well,
to
it is my
Vegas.
dad's birthday.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Bring your dad.
Bring your dad.
Tell him to get a room.
Let's all go.
I had a
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, Mom, let's go. You're
Well,
in the
me,
chat.
Pumps, and Nathan are gonna
Yeah,
be
Ma,
there.
let's go. Come on,
And-
Ma.
And we're gonna be creating some fun content along the way. So,
I may not go to the WrestleMania portion of it, but I'll go to Vegas.
well, let me tell you. Oh, you know, Mike Herman in the chat talks about. Thank you, Mike Herman. Not talked about enough. Real genius. By the way,
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Real Genius with Val Kilmer. It is.
That's a great one. Can't
That's a-
believe we forgot that.
I can't believe we forgot that either. I'm so glad. This is why it's good to have people here in the chat.
It's so good.
The cat has something to say. Yeah. I will say, I guess, whenever one of our favorite actors or performers passes away too soon, he was very young. Unfortunately, like he did have a lot of health complications. Definitely died at too young of an age, the age of 65. Val Kilmer gave us a lot of amazing memories. Like here, we're doing a whole thing of it right now. We can literally make this entire podcast about Val Kilmer and his filmography here. But although he is gone, he's going to be immortalized and never forgotten. We have to thank you, Mr. Kilmer, for all your contributions to film, to acting, to pop culture. And, you know, was it, what's the line from The Sandlot or whatever? Like heroes, basically it's like legends never die. And Val Kilmer will forever be immortalized within his filmography and his contributions to the industry. So, moment of silence for Val Kilmer. Okay. Let's now, since we dropped out a little bit, I lost like all of the stuff that we were going to talk about. This is
Well,
a
so while you do that, since we're in news and stuff,
yeah,
let me geek out for a minute.
geek out.
So today, Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct.
You know what?
And you know what? We're going to talk about this for a moment
We-
because this is what I like.
I saw this.
care
No,
about
go
this
for it.
stuff.
No, you care. All right, cool. I don't have a graphic. If you want to drop a graphic in there, Ty.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I don't have a graphic up either because I wasn't.
Yeah,
really
they
expecting
announced
to
a
talk about it.
Switch. Nintendo announced a Switch
Well, hold on. There is
Oh.
so much to this.
and an $80 game.
Several games.
For
Okay,
$80?
hold on.
All
Hold
right.
on. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So a new Nintendo Switch comes out. So Switch 2, which is so dope. Brand new Joy-Cons, larger Joy-Cons. Like, come on, that's amazing. Phenomenal frame rate speeds and everything. to the board,
120
up to 120
20
hertz.
hertz refresh rate, right?
Yeah,
Which is a very nerdy thing, but it's
bruh,
awesome.
It's so great though.
So on that though, so they also no 4K, so we're still getting 1080.
4K supported in dock mode, not in handheld mode.
Gotcha.
But 4K caps out at 60 FPS, while 1080p caps out at 120. So you get your difference. You can go through a beautiful,
Oh, look
you
at
can go
that.
through like a beautiful world, and like display and like everything, or you can go through a smooth experience. So you kind of get to choose quality over smoothness,
I'll take
which is,
1080
like,
at
honestly
120 hertz
dude.
all day.
100%. Yeah.
That's not for the people that are upset about that. Shut the fuck up, because it really is like I don't think
Most
for what
people,
you're getting at a Nintendo.
I'm gonna be honest. 60 like a 60 hertz display, a 90 hertz display, 120 hertz display, and like just being able to do it all. Like,
Yeah.
do you really notice that difference? And
No,
like,
the
and
average
like,
person won't.
and most movies are filmed in what 24 or 30 frames per second,
Yeah,
anyways. Like,
and
and nobody's complaining about movies.
pretty much all of television is still at 720.
yeah.
A lot of people complain about movies.
Yeah.
Well, they complain about the quality of the dialogue and stuff like
Hey,
that.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
But
You have to go
Anyways,
into the whole thing.
Anyways, so yeah, the Nintendo Switch, you have 2 ports on it now, so you can charge from the top if you're in tabletop mode, because I am exclusively a handheld user for the most part, and I'm like
Gotcha.
obsessed with this.
That's cool.
And then because my family and I, we get together and we play like Super Mario Party or Mario Kart, being able to actually like screen share like with it across the devices and everything to like see what everyone's doing, bruh. Like the stuff that this is awesome. And then they're finally bringing like a viable voice chat to the system where you don't need like an actual application on a smart
Oh
device.
yeah, you can press the.
You just got to press the C button, which is chat. How convenient.
Interesting.
And then they say it's like noise canceling, so like it doesn't pick up any outside noises, just your voice, and you can do it like across the living room. So I'm curious how that's gonna be.
Now
Like that's kind of like honestly, like I'm kind of really excited for it.
I'm excited for it. It's what, $500
$449
for the like
for the Switch. $499 if you get it bundled with Mario Kart
getting
World.
bundled. Okay, so it's for the 50 extra bucks. You're getting a
Yeah.
bundled game.
So yeah, so you get the
Pre-order start on the 9th.
pre-order start at the 9th for Nintendo Switch Online users that have already clocked 50 hours of playtime on an existing Nintendo Switch by April 2nd.
That's
you-
kind of fucking genius. What?
Bruh, I was
What?
so excited about that because now if I
What?
want the pre-order, I don't feel like I have to really stress too much because like there's all these things and you have to have a NSO's activated account with 50 hours playtime. Like it's great.
Which between me and my which Finn alone, my 5-year-old son already clocked that a long time ago.
Oh, for sure. I did that in like the first 3 days that I
So
had
you're
the
getting one.
Switch. Yeah, I will say this. I'm not pre-ordering it, and I think this is the first time I'm not like pre-ordering
No, I'm
a
not
Nintendo
pre-ordering.
product, but that's because it's launching with Mario Kart World, which I'm actually really excited for.
Which is the thing that everybody's freaking out about because it's $80 for the game.
it's 80. Yeah, it's $80
So,
for it. So
here's
depending on where you are, $88 with tax.
Here's what's brilliant and interesting about the way Nintendo operates is none of their stuff really decreases in value.
No,
Even now, like I mean, like you find like a Wii or a GameCube, even like
they're so expensive.
it's expensive. A Nintendo 64, you're paying premium value, and all of their like I went into there's a specialty like card, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh kind of card shop not too far
Mhm.
from here that I'll go to with my kids. Like even like to buy some of those older Pokemon games, you're paying
oh, you're paying
top
so much
dollar
more
for some of
yeah.
that stuff.
And you don't even get like a great condition one.
And no, I know, and it's so interesting that because it's like you'll get a like an Xbox or PlayStation 4, those things drop in price. It's just like a piece of technology that decreases in value. Whereas in Nintendo products not only retain their value. That's why I was telling time like if I eventually do get this, I probably won't even sell my Switch, like my old Switch. I'm gonna like preserve that thing because I know in 5 years there's probably gonna be people jonesing to be like, hey, we want that other Switch back. So Nintendo is pretty brilliant in how they've protected their intellectual properties, how they roll out their systems and their concept for games in general. Like, yeah, it's like you don't sure like the 4K thing is great, but nobody's buying a Nintendo for all of their games are great. They're just all fantastic. I don't know.
Well, and I think a lot of it is like they never discount their primary games. Like you won't ever see like a discounted Mario games or Zelda games or even
No.
Pokemon. Like they just don't discount them, and I think that has a lot to do with it. But also the demand's there. People want it. People
Yeah.
want to buy it because like other games, a lot of like if you're playing a PlayStation or an Xbox, some of those games have replayability, and like they do, like GTA.
They all have
5 Yeah, like
replayability.
GTA 5 has a huge following and everything. But other games just get sold when you're done playing with it, or it just gets forgotten or it gets damaged and like all of that, and you just buy it for cheaper. But Nintendo just does great with it. So $80 for that. The game that I'm actually really excited for that they announced is Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah, that looks cool, right?
So it's the same team as the developer house that made Mario Odyssey. And Mario Odyssey was amazing. I
It's
love that
so
game.
great. Yeah.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza is just like absolutely incredible because you just go in and you just destroy the entire map. to,
Didn't
like,
they
navigate
also
this.
re-release like Donkey Kong Country, like a like
On the Switch? Yeah.
yeah, like the original game, but just
Mhm.
like now updated, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Because they also re-released Donkey Kong Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Freeze. for
We
the
have
Switch.
that one, which
Yeah,
is great.
and that's a phenomenal game too.
Yeah, you know what the other thing that's really great is you don't have to be a gamer to play those games. Like my wife plays Super Mario Wonder with my
Mhm.
5-year-old. And it's fun because it's like literally me, my wife, and my 2 kids we'll all sit down and play that game together. And like her grandmother can sit down and figure out how to play that
Yeah.
game and have a blast doing it.
That's the secret of Nintendo, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like anyone can play those games and genuinely just enjoy it and like be a little kid again.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like it's so great. Like I'm so excited. And that game comes out a month and a week after the Switch actually comes out. So that's a July 17th release, while Switch comes out June 5th.
Nice.
But no, like I'm excited for it. And then I'll actually, because I'm picking that up when I buy it, like that game, but I won't buy it until Metroid comes out. Because they showcased a little bit of Metroid on it. And dude, that world, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, looks so beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm not a gamer by any means necessary. Like
Yeah, that's me.
I'm not. But I mean, it's like I'm not. But I just because I don't. But yeah, there's something still. I think the magic, and this is the thing with most games is that we can always say like, hey, like it's kind of a weird isolating thing. Nintendo is not like that. There's still very much something very interesting and inviting, and can be like social about all of their games.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So we probably will because it's a family system.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. It's like it's a
Everyone
family.
can play.
Everyone can
Yeah.
play, and we like that. That's what we're all about here.
Yeah. No gatekeeping.
No gatekeeping,
gatekeeping.
and Nintendo don't crack that code, y'all.
Mhm.
I know. I always have my Switch in my backpack. Because you never know when you're gonna just want to play Mario Kart with random
Yeah, you
people
had
too.
it's.
Like I had it at the con.
Yeah, you had it. You're ready
But
to
yeah, I'll sit down and play with absolutely anyone, any of those games at any time. The Switch, I absolutely love it because you can't. Oh, it's so portable.
So portable.
I'm gonna give a little bit of a shout out here. We are Sin City turns 20 as of yesterday. Originally released April 1st, 2005. What? What are you talking? Why are you hooting?
Yeah,
me?
why?
Because it makes me feel old.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm
what?
old.
I'm sick.
Sin City turns 20. The film here, I pulled up some fun facts here about Sin City. Really, really awesome movie. Robert Rodriguez co-directed this with Frank Miller. Really interesting thing that I found out about this, that Robert Rodriguez he pulled out of the Directors Guild for this movie. Like initially the Directors Guild told Robert Rodriguez he couldn't co-direct it with Frank Miller, or they couldn't be given co-director credits because they were not like a director group like the Wachowskis and all that stuff. And I think Frank Miller wasn't in the Directors Guild at the time. Very interesting movie. If you've never seen it, fantastic. Now is the time to revisit it. It just turned 20.
The film turned 20?
The film turned 20. Yeah.
I gotta go.
The the series I think was from the mid '90s to like the late '90s, which is Frank Miller's like noir tale. Yeah, the film turned 20. He pulled out of the Directors Guild for the fact. So initially, whenever Robert Rodriguez wanted to make Sin City into a film, Frank Miller was very weary of it. So basically, he said, "Hey, come on down to my place, to my ranch. We're gonna shoot a test screening of this." And if you like what you see, then let's make the movie. Because many people at this point had approached him
Yeah.
to adapting Sin City into a film. He's like, if you like what we do, we'll make this film. He shot a a scene. He hired Josh Hartnett. I can't remember the other actor's name. But basically, the test shot that they did is what you see in the opening scene of the movie with Josh Hartnett being like an assassin in it.
Yeah. You literally could not get a better director for that film.
Yeah. So...
he did it.
It's basically Frank Miller saw basically, and it was the other thing is it was a feat in digital filmmaking. It was like the first time like digital filmmaking was becoming a thing, and Frank Miller seeing how Robert Rodriguez was able to shoot and edit and fix up this movie to look exactly like his comic book within a span of a weekend was so impressive to him that he gave him the green light. Robert Rodriguez said, "Hey, we'll co-direct this." Once more, the Directors Guild said you couldn't do that. So he said, "Well, fuck you, Directors Guild. I'm making this movie. I'm co-directing it with Frank Miller. So I'm going to pull out of the Directors Guild." And he made the movie anyways. Fun facts about this movie. The swords used by Miho in the movie are the same swords used by the Crazy 88 in Kill Bill. As we know, Quentin Tarantino came and directed a scene with Robert Rodriguez, which is the driving scene with Benicio del Toro, and he also lent some props to the movie. The movie is considered not an adaptation, but they consider it a translation. If you notice, there's actually no screenwriting credits in this movie. The only mention of writing is Frank Miller as the creator of the graphic novel, so much so that they actually used the graphic novels as storyboards for this movie. And this is what's so amazing is you can pick up the Sin City comic book. The three stories in it, I think, are A Big Fat Kill. Dang it, I'm so. Can you pull that up? The three stories from, it's The Big Fat Kill, That Yellow Bastard, and is it A Dame to Kill For?
It's a dame. Yeah, it's A Dame to Kill For.
Is the first three. The sequel did not do so well. I think they came out 10 years later after it, or whatever, maybe. Let's see. A body count of 41, by the way. Frank Miller makes a cameo in the movie. It stars Mickey Rourke, Josh Hartnett, Benicio del Toro, Clive Owens, Jessica Alba. Who else is? Man, I can't.
Alexis Bledel.
Alexis.
Rory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only Rory Gilmore.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But it really is a feat. And if you are a fan of comic books, if you are a fan of noir, if you have never seen this movie,
Elijah Wood.
oh my gosh, Elijah Wood. Fun fact, Elijah Wood and Mickey Rourke are both in this movie, but due to the way that the movie was shot, the two actors actually never met until the premiere. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Once more, a feat in digital filmmaking. Robert Rodriguez actually brought on Quentin Tarantino to direct the driving scene with Jackie Boy and Clive Owen because he wanted to kind of persuade Quentin Tarantino about like the power of digital filmmaking, which Tarantino was always like very weary of. And apparently then he left that after directing that scene. He's like, yeah, I love it. Like, I'm on board. But he still has not done any kind of, he still shoots everything on film, by the way.
But he was into it.
Let me see.
Why was I looking up the volumes?
The three stories that make up the Sin City film, the original Sin City film.
Got it.
We did.
No, I'm sorry. It's not A Dame to Kill For. It's The Hard Goodbye. I already know. It's The Hard Goodbye, That Yellow Bastard, and A Big Fat Kill.
Yes.
This also marked kind of like a return or a revitalizing of Mickey Rourke's career.
Yeah.
Mind you, I mean, Mickey Rourke is just covered in makeup in this movie. That Yellow Bastard, the character that plays the Yellow Bastard, was actually blue when they shot it, but then he was later colorized into yellow. The way that they got that insane fluorescent white blood apparently was making a deep maroon blood that was later kind of turned and digitized into this intensified white blood. Fantastic film. Turns 20. So if you feel old, it's because you are.
Damn.
Just like I am.
I saw that in the theater.
Did you? I remember when this movie came out and people just being blown away. Like, these were all kind of facts that I just learned because I was like, oh shit, this movie just turned 20. Like, that's crazy. And I think I fell kind of like down a TikTok rabbit hole about it. And then I went to IMDb and kind of found out a lot about the different things that came into making. But I do love that Robert Rodriguez is very much like, all right, I'm going to take a risk here and I'm going to co-credit Frank Miller because once more, it's Frank Miller's creation. Robert Rodriguez, it's not an adaptation. It's literally just a translation. What you see in those graphic novels is what you get up on that screen. And it was done in one of the most perfect examples of how comic books can be translated into film. And oftentimes a direct translation is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It was not ashamed to be what it was. It is fantastic. And I tip my hat to you.
So good.
I tip my hat to you, Mr. Rodriguez.
I love him.
Yeah.
Do you like
How can you not?
remember when he like was like, I want to make one of my movies, but for kids, and then he made fucking Spy Kids?
Yeah. Didn't he also do like Shark Boy and Lava Girl or something?
Yes, but
Yeah.
he was like, I want to make one of my movies
I love
for kids.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, but Spy Kids is better.
Spy Kids is fantastic. I do agree. I
Thanks.
do agree. I enjoy
But
that
I just
kind
love that it's his complete style of filmmaking, 100%, but it's like for kids. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Anyways, since it's thanks for
No.
what? I'm feeling old.
No, like,
See,
agree with me.
have you seen Sin City, Tommy Jeff?
I have not.
Fantastic.
amazing.
That's also part of why I was really confused at what I was looking up for a moment.
no
'cause I was
worries.
like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Like,
Dame
what's
to-
going on?
A Dame to Kill For came out in 2014.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's like, okay.
That
So-
was the sequel.
so the sequel did not do as well.
And I don't think I've seen it. I never saw that one.
I did see it. Can't tell you. There was something missing about that one. There's some sort of magic. Actually, you know what? I think they got Josh Brolin. So
Josh Brolin is in that film.
Josh
Josh
Brolin's
Brolin's
in it. So the character that Clive Owens plays in this movie, basically in A Dame to Kill For, he's a character that's in another one of the Frank Miller Sin City stories. And he ends up getting plastic surgery, and then that character that we see in The Big Fat Kill is then portrayed by Clive Owens. Whereas in the follow-up one, Josh Brolin plays that Jackie boy. Is that his name? Jackie?
Dwight McCarthy.
Is that no? So the character Jackie that is played by Clive Owens in the original Sin City is then played by Josh Brolin, and he does the surgery. And instead of them just casting Clive Owen just to be the new face, whatever, because that's what happens. He gets plastic surgery, looks like Josh Brolin, gets plastic surgery, looks like friggin' Clive Owen. They do the worst Clive Owen makeup on Josh Brolin. I don't know. There is something I can't tell you about the sequel. There's some
Funky.
sort of secret sauce missing from it that I don't know enough about that maybe we can revisit at some
What
point.
about the makeup on Benicio del Toro in the first one? That was wild.
So,
but it was like, I know it was like,
It was wild.
it was wild though.
Originally, Robert Rodriguez didn't plan for Benicio del Toro to wear the makeup, but del Toro insisted on
He
it.
wanted
apparently.
his face to
Yeah.
look more like a comic book.
Yeah, so, and then, yeah, he did. He wanted his face to look more comic booky.
Yeah.
And then Tarantino actually commended the makeup for being so good. And he says that people actually forgot that that's not what Benicio del Toro looked like.
Yeah. I
Because-
didn't.
You did. You're like, why do you look like that?
But it is cool. It adds like this sort of like magical realism to it or something. Like it reminded me of like Dick Tracy or something.
Yeah. Oh, no. The movie's fantastic. It's all black and white, high contrast, black, white, gray, a few shots of color in it. Is this early Rosario Dawson? Is this like,
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah.
she's in it, but what
But
was,
super early, yeah.
but this was like, I think kind of the role that put her on the map. And she's mad sexy in this movie, by the way. Like Rosario, this is like, I don't want to say peak Rosario because I don't think Rosario's peaked at this point, but This is quintessential
Yeah.
Rosario. She's amazing in it.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's so good.
she's really good. Stunningly beautiful in it. And yeah,
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, great. Bruce Willis, fantastic. Jessica Alba. Oh my God, there's a mosquito in here. Sorry. Get this mosquito out of here.
Might
Anyway,
have been peak
Bugs don't exist.
Jessica Alba.
Bugs don't exist here. Don't.
Yeah, they do.
don't. No, they don't.
Sin City turned 20 years old. Go rewatch it. Came out 2005, April 1st. Yeah, I also saw it in theaters. Blown away by it.
Yeah.
Tommy, Jeff, go watch it. Ty, any experience with Sin City?
I like Sin City.
Did you see it in theaters?
No, it was 2005. I don't. You don't want to know how old I was.
God damn it.
Much younger than all of us.
No,
yeah, be
not
like
old
me.
enough to watch Sin City.
Be like
In
me and
theaters.
watch it for the first time ever. You
Yeah,
know?
if you haven't watched
a
it,
Viewing
watch
party.
it.
Is that what you're inviting me to?
Yeah.
A viewing all right, let's do it. I
Okay.
will bring stuff I like to eat. I don't like popcorn. That's why.
what? There's popcorn right here. We should
Ugh.
watch it.
You don't like popcorn?
I don't know. Ugh.
Are they re-releasing it in theaters? That would be cool.
No,
I doubt it.
I just wanted to kind of touch on that because it's a great comic book movie and it's one of my favorite movies. And yeah,
I'm gonna watch that tonight.
watch it. There's a lot of movie news that came out of CinemaCon. Before we dive into it, let's kind of talk about some. Well, let's talk about this really quick. This is
Yes, let's talk about this.
This Harry Potter TV series.
yeah,
One of your
Wait.
favorite actors got cast as Hagrid. Rubius Hagrid is now cast as Nick
Frost. Which I'm down for. I think he'll do great.
I'm sure he's going to do great, but I will tell you overall, this show, I don't know if I'm
So
here for it.
weird cast, brother.
I'm just not here for it. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know if I don't know how to feel about it.
It is an odd cast. And also, like, yeah, I don't know. I cannot picture
I
him
think
as Dumbledore, first of all.
John Lithgow, I just think it's a cash grab.
It for sure is. It's also to like separate, like as J.K. Rowling like hates the original cast now because all of them are like, she sucks. So it is like specifically to like make something new that they're not a part of. That's why they're not doing anything new. They're just redoing the original books. That's my opinion about it.
So I can see why you would do a TV series because there's like this story with like Hermione and like the
House elves.
house elves.
Spew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. There is a lot of stuff they didn't do in
Yeah.
the movies, but she is specifically in like doing it because she doesn't like the original cast because they've all come out against her and have all.
I don't
been
think
like,
that's why she's doing it.
that's
I don't
why
think.
she's doing it.
Also, at this point, I don't think she has as much control in.
She's super
problem.
involved in this.
Yeah,
She's way more involved in this than in the original films.
that's
and
she's
she is-
very involved in the original films.
She's way more involved in this though.
Is she in the
Why?
casting?
I don't know about the casting, but I mean, she has literally gone on record, been like, all those people are dead to me.
No,
I'm gonna make a new Harry Potter. She's literally said that.
John Tracy says they're doing it for the money, and I agree. I think they're just doing
They
it. For
are
the
doing it
money.
for the
They're
money.
doing for the. I'm sorry,
They
maybe not
could do so many more
the
stories.
HBO Max subscriber count.
Yeah,
I don't know if you need it.
we don't need it. We need the Marauders. That would be sick.
We do.
Or like the Black Sisters or anything.
Yeah.
Like you could delve into so many different facets of that story.
Why don't y'all finish those Fantastic Beast movies?
They did.
Ooh.
Did they?
It's just the last one's so bad that
There-
no one remembers that.
I thought there
exists.
was another one that's supposed to come out.
No, the third one came out and it's over.
Which one? It was the Sexy Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure it was the last one. Because
There's like Jude Law and like 30 years later he's fucking Dumbledore in that movie. It's like, you guys got Jude Law? What are you talking about?
how did he go from Jude Law to the?
He had a rough couple of years.
Did he ever? Yeah, Sexy Dumbledore.
So J.K. Rowling still retains creative control over the adaptations with HBO.
Yeah.
And she has been fairly involved with development and including selection of writers and directors.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
We talked about this. But yeah, I'm sure she's gonna be involved, y'all. It's her story.
Yeah, but it's for the money.
Yeah,
I don't
it's for the
know.
money.
I like Nick Frost as Dumbledore. I mean, as
Hagrid?
Hagrid though. That's kind of funny.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, it's all very like I don't know.
I don't
It's a
know how to
bummer.
pronounce the actor who's playing Severus Snape's Payap.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing.
I just want to call him Papa. Payapa.
That's another thing. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna have this guy who was like an outcast his entire time at Hogwarts as a student, being completely made fun of by James Potter, who we're supposed to love. We're supposed to love James Potter and like think that he can do no wrong, but he was like maliciously bullied by him for years based on his appearance. And it's gonna be played by like a black man. And then it's like, how do you explain that?
That could be troublesome.
Yeah.
That is pronounced apparently just Papa.
Papa.
Yeah, apparently
I
it is
love
pronounced
that.
just Papa.
Cute.
Yeah. Look, the actor looks great, but like, goddamn, it just came up on my feed. Like, you know how the people do like all the edits and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't want to edit a Severus Snape.
No, I like the edits of people not liking popcorn should be illegal. The edits of Severus Snape's backstory and just like him talking about the Lily Potter thing and Dumbledore being like, Lily, after all this time. And I was just like, always.
Yeah.
He is so ingrained in my mind
Yeah, it is Alan Rickman.
as Snape. Nothing against Papa. That's so weird to call him. Papa and CJ. But just
He's also too handsome.
yeah, like yes. That's the other thing is this bothers me. And we'll get to this when we talk about the Beatles thing. Is
Yeah.
the over handsome or like beautification of like celebrities. I've talked like this is what remember when they did the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
And they got like Laverne Cox.
Yeah. What was amazing about the Rocky Horror Picture Show and what was amazing about a lot of films is that not everybody was ridiculously fucking attractive for everything.
Exactly.
Right? Papa Esito, you are too good looking, friend.
Yeah.
Like like your face is too symmetrical.
Be in a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Just what are you in Harry Potter?
Yeah, like it really is. There's something that needs to be there that, you know, you just need some sort of imperfections.
Yeah.
Not
And
that
Lithgow,
I don't know.
be Lord Farquaad. Okay.
Gosh,
Not imagine him as Dumbledore. It's all fucked up.
I don't know. You're right. It is weird because I just also the most recent thing that I saw with him in it was Daddy's Home 2, and he's like such a fucking
Dweeb.
putz. Yeah, and that you know what I'm talking about, Ty? Him and Daddy's Home 2.
Oh, I just saw Conclave with him in it though, but
Oh
but he's
my
still
God.
John Lithgow, you know?
Yeah, how is he gonna be done? There's just like
Sorry.
I don't know.
I can't imagine John Lithgow giving me like sage advice.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see some of the other crazy news that came. So, anyways, the Harry Potter
But
series.
let's go on the Beatles while we're talking about it.
Yeah, okay. This happened. So, okay. This is what I'm talking about. Going to the movies is back, baby. The Beatles film.
You're
is-
telling me that you got Paul Mescal playing Paul McCartney? You got to be kidding me, right? And what George Harris? What's that? His name's George Harris. He's playing John Lennon. You must be dreaming.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, so
That's all I've got to say. Who else? Oh, okay. Joseph Quinn. Okay. I mean, whatever. But I'm just saying, they're all too handsome.
yeah, I agree. What is so this is
And Barry Cogan playing Ringo Starr. That's an insult. It's crazy.
what
They're
is
just like, oh, because he's short and like a little different looking. They're like, make him Ringo. That's so fucking weird.
I can't I don't even know how to look this up in Warner Brothers. So this is a Sam Mendes thing, but what's interesting about this is they're calling it a cinematic event, and I do agree with that.
Because it's going to be 3 movies.
It's gonna be 4 movies.
4 movies?
Oh
So
my
each-
God.
each-
Do we need that?
Yes.
Do we?
I'll tell you, I am here for it in this sense. So Joseph Quinn, Barry Keoghan, dang it, Harris Dickinson, and Paul Mescal. We're at CinemaCon
Playing
2025.
Paul McCartney?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they are all too. Once more, they're you're very attractive versions. I don't know. Look, I don't know.
God, you must be dreaming.
Sam Mendes is set to direct 4 separate feature-length biopics chronicling the story of the Beatles through the eyes of each of its members, and casting the 4 musicians has now been confirmed. Basically, what I understand from it is that it's all going to take place around one event, and it's going to be 4 separate movies from each one of the Beatles' separate perspectives. And I think this is fantastic. You're almost taking the Marvel Cinematic Universe formula and the typical musical biopic formula and merging them in a way that's going to honor the Beatles. Hopefully, there's such a grand story. How can you contain it all into one film,
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah. Basically, although it's one of the best known bands of all times, Mendes says there is still plenty left to explore when it comes to the Beatles. Yeah.
Oh my God. We got Hamburg and we've got the British invasion. Okay. And then we got Yoko Ono. Do we really need fucking 4 movies? I'm so sorry. I love the Beatles so much, but I'm so confused about that. You're excited about that?
I'm excited
I'm
to
excited.
see.
I will
I'm
see
excited to
all of
see
them.
how it actually plays out.
I am excited to see 4 hot Beatles.
Yeah. 4 sexy Beatles.
This is wild.
I agree.
It is crazy to me that you guys are so on board.
I'm on board because, look, I like the Beatles.
I don't give a shit.
I love the Beatles, but
You
I
don't
don't
care?
need 4
I like
movies.
the Beatles.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hot take here,
Oh
Ty.
God, what?
Ty hates the Beatles.
That's not
Ty
what I
does not
said.
hate the
Breaking
Thank you.
news,
That's
Ty.
not what I said. Don't-
You're
Beatles.
indifferent.
No.
You either need to be so for it or super against
No.
it. No.
I grew up with the Beatles. My dad and my mom would watch it on TV, and I don't know. They grew up with the Beatles. My dad, I don't know why.
Hard Day's Night.
We
probably.
watched Across the Universe, which funny enough,
Oh,
I would love a
great
that
fucking movie.
anniversary is actually coming up.
No.
And
oh my gosh.
It is, and it's
No,
funny
when-
because the Alamo Draft House is doing an event where they give out stuff for the movie.
I love stuff.
They're giving out wrappers with strawberries on them.
Oh.
You know, for a cool time.
I get it.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's such great marketing.
That's funny.
That's amazing
I
marketing.
don't get it. They're giving out acid?
No,
What are they
I said rappers.
Rolls,
Rappers.
papers.
Joints?
Papers.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, with
Rolling
strawberries on them.
papers.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. They're papers.
I don't understand all your drug talk. Ty's mom is in the chat. He's playing it safe.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cussing so much.
No,
It's
she.
not-
Yeah, you
no,
could be sorry.
No, she hears me swear a lot. Anyway, no, I in the sense that if they make this movie, cool. If they don't, I'm not gonna be like, damn, I really wanted to see this. But I will take my dad to see this movie.
I am excited about a movie. I just don't understand why they're going to
So,
make it 4
One of the
movies
takes
long.
is one of the
Unless
takes in
they're
the
going to
comments-
really get into it and talk about how
one of the takes
Paul
in the
McCartney died.
comments
Yeah,
is
yeah.
there's going to be 4 different stories because they were all egomaniacs.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're not wrong. Yeah, I subscribe to Diddy's comment.
And then the best portrayal of the Beatles was in Dewey Cox.
No, we should really get into the nitty gritty of the fact that Paul
McCartney is
died.
dead.
All
he
right?
is dead.
No, he was just on TV not too long ago.
No.
You're
no.
living in a fantasy
no,
world.
That's not the
Tommy
real
Jack.
Paul McCartney.
Well, it is 2025, so
let me-
yes.
Let me nerd explain for a second.
Oh God.
So
All the
at some
documentaries about
point,
this.
I went
He-
so far
he-
down this rabbit
his
hole. You have
body
no
double,
idea.
his body double took over for him.
His name's Bruce Campbell, and he won a competition. He was on the cover of one of their albums, and then
yeah. So
I
okay.
could
So
go
what
with
Diddy's talking about is that there is a theory out there because of the way that Paul McCartney was from one point to another point. He used to play left-handed. He'd go into playing right-handed. There's a whole series of things. I think there's a
his eye color
Highway
changed.
66 documentary about it.
Surgery.
There is a theory about that Paul McCartney and John Lennon had it out one night, late night,
No, he died in a car
and
accident.
a recording. Can you let me finish the frickin'
Okay.
Yeah, let him finish the frickin'.
the frickin'
The
can you let me
frickin'.
finish my frickin' theory?
The frickin'.
I know more than you. I'm just kidding.
That's probably
They
not
got into an argument on a rainy night. Paul McCartney stormed off and got into a car wreck and was later. What's the British Secret Service? Called?
MI6.
MI6. MI6 then took the remaining members of the Beatles to go identify the body of what was then Paul McCartney. And MI6 said that Beatles mania had become such a hot thing that if fans of the Beatles and Europe found out that Paul McCartney had died in this tragic car wreck,
Mass hysteria.
it would be mass hysteria. Also, this is where the song "I Am the Walrus" came from, because I think Ringo said that
Paul is dead.
Paul basically disheveled body looked like a walrus, and John went into an insane fit of rage where he says he was the walrus.
Also, do you know in every single interview that has ever happened since that alleged accident, George Harrison called him Fall,
Yeah,
and they all called him Fall.
for false Paul.
False Paul.
So basically, yes.
And they had a Paul lookalike contest, and the guy who won was on one of the album covers, and everyone was like, "That's not Paul McCartney," and they're like, "Yeah, it is." And then they're like, "No, it's not. He won the lookalike contest." Years later.
So what intensifies this theory is that basically every Beatles album cover, art, song points to Paul McCartney being dead, including the infamous Abbey Row, talking about like of one of them being like the pallbearer, one of them being the body, who's the one shoeless, Paul McCartney, right? Basically, yeah.
Gravedigger.
Basically talked about how Paul McCartney had died and they replaced him with a lookalike with plastic surgery. And even so, like where the Beatles were in India, the reason why they were in India is because they were trying to channel Paul McCartney's actual soul from beyond the grave and move it into Paul's body.
Mhm.
There's an insane documentary about it, actually. You should check it out.
I've seen every documentary that there is, and I see you scoffing.
I'm not
But it is
scoffing.
very interesting, and
No, and like
And
thing
that's
is,
the
is,
story
like,
that we want. Make it, Sam Mendes, you coward.
I know the claims about it. I just don't know
Coward.
the details about it.
Well,
but
get
I know the
into it.
claims about it and everything. And then
Oh,
like
you do know about these claims then.
I don't know like
I've never
I don't
heard
know as
any of
much as you
this.
guys as much as the two of y'all know.
It's crazy.
But
it is insane.
I did know that like the lookalike contest was like the winner from that is who ultimately took over. I heard about the plastic surgery. I heard about the car accident, but like everything else, like the fall stuff, calling him
Oh, yeah,
fall in
Fall.
They call him
interviews,
Fall in every single interview for the
Like-
rest of their lives.
That's absolutely because I've never genuinely really watched an interview
Yeah.
that the Beatles had.
Also, Paul McCartney himself, when he goes on like talk shows and stuff, like he was on, I don't know, Jimmy Fallon or something, and they were talking about the Hamburg days, and he was like, well, they were already like super established by the time that I joined them, so I wasn't even really a part of that. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
You made this band with John Lennon. Like you
No,
were
they
there.
were established.
Look, Cosmo
You
It's
were
ass.
there for the Hamburg days, and he said that they were already established, and he came in after that.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Or dementia.
there's some a
Porque
lot.
no los dos.
I would love to see them do this. If they made this into a real movie. It's so funny because allegedly like the last will and testament of George Harrison is out there on a tape recording.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
I listened to it. It's like 5 hours long. I've heard it.
What
I
is
listened to it.
the documentary called
Oh
about all
man,
this?
hold on.
I'll send it to my dad.
It is super interesting. There was like this like fake news thing that popped up, and I thought it was real, and it was like Ringo Starr tells all, and then my dad and I read
Is
it,
the
and we
Paul
watched.
McCartney's Really Dead title
Yes.
for an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Came
so
out
that's the
But there's
documentary.
one that like
It's on
George
Amazon Prime.
Harrison, he
Okay.
like dropped a tape off to like a news
reporter.
station to a reporter. But it does sound like him, but then also like
It-
he
I
is
mean,
a
it doesn't.
famous, yeah, it's like it's kind of like an impression of George
The
Harrison
Last
doing it.
Testament of George Harrison.
Yeah, it's
That's it.
Highway. It's a
Yeah.
Highway 61 entertainment film. It's called Paul McCartney Really Dead: The Last Testament of George Harrison. I want to say it's on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon Prime.
It's definitely on YouTube.
It's definitely on YouTube. It is so worth the watch because it breaks down the
All of it.
entire theory for you.
It is so
and I
good.
would love it because these other people that you cast in these Beatles movies are too good looking. The only other story that I will accept that is not Paul McCartney being really dead is the fifth Beatle, the Brian Epstein story, which is the guy.
That is a great one too.
This is fantastic. This is a great comic book. There's a comic book recommendation on the Instagram for this. I don't know, Instagram doesn't have a search, but they should have it. I'll post it in the stories. But this is the story about Brian J. Epstein, basically the man who constructed Beatles Mania. He's the dude who's responsible for putting the Beatles in their suits. And if you go back and watch the Beatles Get Back documentary, it's almost the Beatles struggling with life after Brian Epstein because he did so much in guiding them. This is a beautifully painted book, by the way. Andrew C. Robinson does the paintings in this. Vivek J. Tawari wrote this, and then it also has some cartoons from Kyle Baker. So amazing, really friggin' interesting story. Basically, the character Brian Epstein is a figure that just not enough people talk about, and he genuinely is the fifth Beatle. And he just struggled with so many different things in an era, basically being in Liverpool in the 60s, being closetedly gay, being a freaking genius, a musical genius, an architect. Yeah, I know there's bugs in here, right?
What bugs? There's no bugs.
There's no bugs. I'm sorry.
Gaslight.
Sorry.
No
Definitely
gaslighting here.
definitely
We
check
don't
it out.
gaslight.
If you want a pretty interesting thing to hold you over until this Beatles cinematic event, The Fifth Beatle by Vivek J.
Okay,
Tawari.
but the thing is that the 4 movies that we're gonna get
are
are
not.
not gonna be that.
They
And it's
should
not
be
gonna be
about.
about
There
Paul
should be a fifth
McCartney.
one about Brian Epstein.
Yeah.
He does. The man deserves his own film.
I mean,
He might be in it.
I mean, if the 4
Sure.
movies are about their own personal takes and like their egos, the Paul McCartney one's gonna be real short.
Because he died
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
yeah,
His
yeah.
ego is big enough, brother. They can make a movie long as hell
Well,
about
look,
that
this other
man's
guy
ego.
adopted Paul at this point. He is Paul. Paul.
Full.
Force.
That was a good joke.
False Paul. We called him Full.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
a good
Oh,
Liverpool.
I've seen that documentary a bunch of times. So great.
Yeah, no, John Lennon's ego is big enough for all 5 of those movies, I think.
Man.
Dude's
But he was still
egomaniac.
fucking good though. Come on.
I love the Beatles. I'm just saying, I don't think we need 5 movies
I just wish
breaking it down with all these handsome guys.
they're
playing
just
them.
so this is a
I
problem.
mean, I don't disagree. It's probably gonna be overkill to be quite frank, but it's gonna be exciting to see the turn it takes, or however they.
Paul Mescal. Paul Mescal, you got to be kidding me.
You guys are too good looking, y'all.
You know, it's really funny that we're criticizing people in Harry Potter and in the Beatles movies for being too good looking. When I swear I was in this conversation in outside of this podcast in a private
That
life
we're all
moment,
too good looking. I knew
that
it. I knew it.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
Anyway.
we need to stop
That we were
setting
that
such
I was talking to
unrealistic beauty
this.
standards for people.
I was talking to this lovely individual who was talking to me about their time with their performances and how like the slightest thing made them too fat when they were nowhere near
Oh,
being
yes.
fat. Yeah, you were a part of the conversation.
Yeah,
But
Drea was talking
yeah,
about,
yeah, yeah.
and we will have her back because we're gonna have a really good discussion
Yeah.
about that. The
But
pressures
we're
of-
not
But
talking
it's
about
just
that.
interesting.
We're
No, I
talking
know, I
about
know.
more average looking people.
no, I
Why
know,
do we
I know.
need
I just think it's
these-
really interesting though because like you can look at it from there's 2 sides to each coin.
I'm too
Right.
beautiful.
I just think everybody in Hollywood, like the way that you're casting everybody, you are setting unreal. It's everybody's too attractive. There's so many super ridiculously talented.
So thank you, Johnny.
I think we got muted there for a second. I don't know. We have also some sort of technical difficulties, but some people are very too attractive.
You're trying to
Hollywood-
silence us because
Yeah.
we're talking about
I
Paul
have-
McCartney being dead.
No,
I have received a text saying the sound is gone.
look. Okay. I think is our sound back?
Let's find out. It's better. Yes, sound is back.
Testing the speakers.
Okay.
Toast.
Yeah, I have to. That's why I had to like kind of.
Johnny, in case you missed it, Johnny California, I shouted you out for agreeing me with the disdain with popcorn. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, popcorn. Come on.
I love
Who doesn't love
popcorn.
popcorn?
Me.
Acme
Him and Johnny California.
versus. Oh, I'm sorry. Coyote versus Acme has been sold from Warner Brothers. So there's been this narrative online about Warner Brothers being against animation for some reason. I don't. And people were like, oh, although we did just get The Day the Earth Blew Up, which was a fantastic 2D animated film that is out there. That it stars Daffy Duck and Porky Pig. that I took to my kids to go see, which was hilarious
So good.
and classic two-dimensional animation.
Can I tell you something really quick?
Yeah.
4 nights ago, I had a dream that I was Wile E. Coyote's PR person. I like fully was in the world, and I was like, I was in charge of Wile E. Coyote's PR.
I need you to like elaborate on this.
It was awesome. I was like, you got to stop killing the Roadrunner, trying to kill him. It's not a good look for you. You got to stop.
Well, he's a super genius, Wile E. Coyote.
I know, and I was telling him that.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was a crazy dream. I woke up and I was like, oh my God.
I watched
Magical. It was magical.
and I think this is a little bit about what this movie's about. This is about Wile
Which
E.
is so
Coyote
funny 'cause I-
suing the Acme Corporation for
And I had a dream about it.
yeah, and well, now your dream is going to be turned into a film.
I got to meet him. He was very
I
down to earth.
forgot that Wile E. Coyote actually did like now, like in modern Looney Tunes stuff, you don't hear him speak. He's like a silent character, but he did talk.
He did talk a little, yeah.
And he had like an elegant British kind of voice of like, "Hi,
Yeah.
I'm Wile E. Coyote," and he basically there's I think in the Bugs Bunny movie, there's a Bugs Bunny versus Wile E. Coyote where basically Wile E. Coyote comes and introduces himself to Bugs Bunny and talks about how he's a super genius and he's like planning on eating him and I'm going to pursue you and you know there's nothing you can do about it because I'm Wile E. Coyote, a super genius, and it's really really great cartoon. But basically Warner Brothers has completed a deal with Ketchup Entertainment. And they confirmed a deal for worldwide rights to the live action / animated hybrid film that brings Looney Tune character Wile E. Coyote to the big screen. They had the deal pegged in a $50 million range, and the film is expected to get a theatrical release in 2026. This film,
Will Forte.
yeah, Will Forte. I want to say, did he write it? Is that kind of the?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Will Forte wrote this movie, which is, I know he stars in it, but there was a lot of hype and a lot of people talking about how great this movie is, and it's very star-studded. It's called Coyote versus Acme, not Acme versus Coyote, right? Coyote. But basically, the film's kind of been surrounded in controversy because of the fact that it was one of those things when the Warner Brothers and Discovery merged. And basically, when two big companies like that merge, they tend to drop a lot of things for whether it be tax reasons or to be able to claim losses. Wile E. Coyote's Coyote versus Acme was kind of a victim of that. And now apparently Ketchup Entertainment is like, no, the people need to see this movie. And I want to say Will Forte, I want to find out if he wrote this movie. Let's see. Okay, so it stars John Cena. It was directed by David Green. Come on, IMDb. Why are you doing this to me? I don't want to do this. Close this image. Directed by David Green, written by Sam Brunch. James Gunn is credited as a writer in there. Jeremy Slater stars Will Forte,
Lana
Condor, John Cena, PJ Bryan. Let's see if there's any other major names. Apparently, the movie was said to be something very special. That's crazy. Screen story by James Gunn, screen story by Jeremy Slater, and then Sammy Birch did the screen story by as well. So crazy that James Gunn, I did not know that, is credited for this as well. And it's based on a magazine article by Ian Fraser. But yeah, it's had a lot of hype around it. I don't think Warner Brothers and considering like all of the announcements that came out of CinemaCon this week, it seems like Warner Brothers is very much on the two-dimensional film bandwagon. But people were saying like, oh, the Day the Earth Blew Up came out and then they removed their entire Looney Tunes library.
From Max.
Which correction, they did not. They removed a portion of some of the classic Looney Tune things, which I'm assuming is somehow going to be redistributed in a certain way. But they had some Max original Looney Tune things. There's still plenty of Looney Tunes on
okay,
Max. Good. Yeah, you can still find Looney Tunes on Max, by the way.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, basically the internet had created this narrative of Warner Brothers being very anti 2D animation. But I don't think that's the case at all. And this goes, I guess, to show that, hey, we're all going to get a chance to see Coyote versus Acme. Anybody super hyped up about this?
I am. I'm super hyped.
I'm super hyped
I was
about it.
basically in it.
I would probably actually watch this.
Yeah, hell, dude,
Yeah.
go see The Day the Earth Blew Up. It is so
I love
funny.
Wile E. Coyote. It's one of
Well,
my favorite Looney Tune characters.
He's a
real
great
funny.
character, but this Porky Pig like Daffy Duck movie was so. I'm like, how? Firstly, the marketing on it is terrible
Yeah.
because I don't feel
Yeah,
like
because no, you don't hear about it
you
at
didn't
all.
hear about it at all. I kind of heard about it. I think through just like a random TikTok thing, and my kids were on spring break, and I'm like, all right, we need stuff to do. Let's go see this movie. We also saw Dogman that week as well. But it is so fun. Like they're very obsessed right now with the Bugs Bunny movie, especially with like the kill the rabbit.
Yeah.
Kill. They're like, this is my favorite part, Dad. I love this. Look, he's gonna kill the rabbit. And then like Bugs Bunny comes out dressed up as a girl, and they're like, it's the rabbit. He doesn't know that that's Bugs Bunny. I'm like, yeah, he doesn't. It's so funny. So definitely, I think that's like one of your biggest IPs. There's no way
Yeah.
people at Warner Brothers are not savvy enough or are not listening to their fan base enough to know this is the 2D. People want two-dimensional animated films again.
Yeah, we do.
We're tired of CGI. We're tired of live action remakes. If Disney is smart, they're going to start making some original 2D animated films again because it's what people want. I think we realized the beauty behind this lost art form. Very excited that we are going to get to see Coyote versus Acme, and we just need more of this. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last thing. Oh yeah. No, there's a few other things. Tom Hardy. This is a quick one. We're just gonna comment on this. Says that the Spider-Man Venom crossover got close, but studio politics blocked it. Tom Hardy was even. I think this was something from CinemaCon. But yeah, basically said I would have loved to have done it because that just means so much fun.
Mhm.
I am so glad this didn't happen. Because we all saw fucking Venom: The Last Dance, Tom Hardy. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We do not want this.
What,
Nobody wants this.
What a post
Nobody
credit
wanted
scene.
the Venom movie. Nobody wanted Venom alone. Venom without Spider-Man doesn't make sense. The story doesn't fucking make sense. No matter how much fun you had doing this, it sucked. All three of them sucked. I do not want to see it fucking besmirch the awesome thing that fucking Sony and Marvel have going on. Thank fucking whoever the maker out there is that said this is not going to happen because God damn, that would have been just the worst fucking thing that could have happened to the current fucking Spider-Man. This amazing thing you have going on. Shut the fuck up, Tom Hardy. Anyway, sorry for you fucking Venom fans out there. Not sorry.
Damn.
What?
Now that's a hot take.
No,
I don't think it's a hot take. It's just,
No, it's just
it
a
was
take.
it was
could've-
hot.
it could've
It was
been-
hot from
Yeah,
here.
It could have been presented differently.
no.
He's
No.
I'm
Let
so
him,
upset
let him
about
show
it.
this
You
passion.
need
No.
to take a walk, brother.
Bitch, I saw you as Al Capone. All
Oh.
right? I saw you in that fucking movie. Tom Hardy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not talk about Tom Hardy, okay?
Tom
He
Hardy.
is good.
You and
Is
your
he?
little fucking rotten tooth
Is
that
he?
you have at the
You
bottom.
better shut up, Pablo. I
Oh
swear
my
to
God.
God.
You
right
and that
now.
little fucking tooth that
What
stares
is-
at me in every film.
You're wrong on
Needs
this
to go
one.
somewhere.
You are so wrong about that, though.
I got a name of a good dentist, brother.
You are so wrong.
No, what, you like the Venom movies?
I love Tom Hardy. You
like,
better shut up about his little tooth. No, I don't like the Venom. I mean, I saw the first one. It was funny, but it's okay.
I love that little tooth.
Don't fix your tooth.
Can
Tom.
you Google and pull up an image of Tom?
Don't. We're gonna
I
get
mean, like, to be fair, because
canceled.
like I don't know like what y'all are talking about, so I did look it up, and there are so many meme photos coming up with this that I don't know what's real.
Ever.
But
He's
I'm
handsome as
also-
hell. You guys are
I'm
dumb.
also disturbed at some of these.
We're not going to show it.
It's part of
No.
his charm, I'm sure. Look, Tom Hardy, he's been in some great shit. But
Get this
but
Google search
how
off
dare
the computer right now.
how dare you think that
What
anybody wanted to fucking see that god awful abomination of a fucking
Is this like
franchise Venom
Listen,
cross
what?
over into anything that was happening with Tom Hardy's Spider-Man, and you're gonna blame fucking studio politics? No, brother, nobody wanted it. Nobody fucking wanted it. All right, your version of Venom needs to go away forever.
Wait,
because
listen.
we're going to get fucking Doomsday and Secret Wars, and hopefully somebody will do it right, and it's not going to involve you, friend.
He's gonna come back. What are you talking about?
You better
gonna come
fucking
back.
not.
He was in a post-credit scene. What was it?
and
Infinity Wars.
that was fucking studio politics.
Yeah.
That was the fucking execs at Sony being like, we have to hype up fucking Venom, our Venom franchise that people love. And I'm sure the fucking movies made some sort of money. I'm not going to say that, but they're awful.
Mm.
And I don't.
I
No.
only saw the first one.
No, Tom. No. No. Yeah. And you know what? They fucking progressively get worse.
Okay.
Did you think the first one was good?
No, I mean,
He's
it was
like
fun. I
150
watched it with
year old
Malachi.
dad.
We
Yeah,
had fun. It was
sure.
fun.
It's fun.
But I
Not
wa-
good.
Okay. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. The audacity of this
audacity.
motherfucker.
I understand. I've
I
been there.
love how you said we're just gonna briefly talk about this, and you went on like a 5-minute rant.
Okay,
You know what? I
moving
love
on.
this. I
You're
love
like,
this.
real
I
quick.
want more of this.
Real quick, let me
I
just
just really
scream about
quickly wanted to
this.
talk about this.
But don't go after Tom Hardy. Come
Yes, go after
on.
Tom Hardy.
Why?
Nobody
What
wanted
the
to see
fuck?
that.
What's wrong with Tom
I'm
Hardy for
not
you?
gonna sit here and lick Tom
Nothing.
Hardy's
I
boot.
just want to annoy you.
Unless-
I am not a bootlicker, sir.
I'm not gonna fucking sit here and fucking. Tom Hardy, you've been in some good shit, but those Venom movies ain't the
Ain't it?
ones, bro. Like, you don't want to be remembered for those movies.
Yeah.
And that fan base will quickly turn on you if you fucking dare step foot in a fucking Tom Holland Spider-Man universe. In a fucking heartbeat. It'll
Yeah,
be
no, that
career
can't happen.
suicide. Don't do it.
It won't happen.
I'm looking out for you, if anything. All right? I'm looking out for you. Kick rocks. CinemaCon, well, on top of, like, we kind of talked about Avengers, all the Avengers
I said
things.
nothing.
What, are you going to defend Tom Hardy
No,
time?
I just don't want to be involved.
Are you going to defend Tom Hardy? What, are you going to sit
All
here?
right, so
You're gonna be a
Ci-
Tom Hardy
CinemaCon.
apologist?
The CinemaCon? Is that
Yeah,
what you just said?
yes.
Yeah. What's going on with CinemaCon?
CinemaCon,
Yeah.
but look,
Talk him down.
Yeah,
Talk
let's
him
talk
down.
about CinemaCon.
Ty,
Tell,
you're gonna-
tell
What?
me who
you
does.
like those Venom
No,
movies?
No, I didn't
No.
like that.
Hold up.
TJ, let me talk. See when he fucking yelling. What?
I'm yelling because I want to yell. Why?
Get out of here, Tom Hardy. All right.
What? I didn't like the Venom movies. You have to think about studio exec. You constantly defend this. There are things that are out of people's control. You want to take that in consideration?
You think those Venom movies are out of Tom Hardy's control?
Overproduced.
Overproduced? I think he was influenced. Like
You
most
read those scripts, brother.
like most actors, he was influenced. I'm not saying those movies are good. Trust me. I don't know why I saw the third one in theaters. I knew what I was signing up for. I still saw
Oh,
it
you saw The Last Dance.
in theaters. Yes.
Oh,
I
you
regret
poor,
it.
poor man.
I regret it.
You paid for that.
Well, technically, I didn't have AMC pass, but I did. That was my time. Correct.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I
was my
should
time.
apologize to Tom Hardy because he probably could kick my ass. He's like a jujitsu.
yeah, you didn't know.
yeah.
Yes,
he could
is.
absolutely kick your ass.
Yeah.
What? Come at me. Come at me, fucking.
What?
Tom
I didn't know
Hardy.
you
Well, because I'm telling
Oh,
you,
he
I'm
can
telling
kick
you
my
the
ass. You know what?
truth.
No, yeah, come at me.
Because you're surrounding yourself with yes men, Tom. All right.
You
I'm
are
gonna tell
going
you
after
how it
Tom
is.
Hardy in a crazy way right now. Like he was just in movies. People make bad movie
'Cause
Yeah.
why
decisions.
would he think that people wanted that? Anyways, I'm sorry.
Maybe it's
let's
yes.
move
Okay,
on.
but like also
I'm
like
hot
if
right
someone
now.
if someone
know you
if
are.
someone
You're hot. It's
if someone
all very
approached you
hot.
and was like, "Hey, you want to be Venom, or you want to be in a Venom movie, or you want to be like
You want to be in a
You want to be
Spider-Man
one of the
movie?
most
Like,
iconic
how would
villains
you-
in Spider-Man,
Yeah.
right?
I think it'd be very like hard to say no to that if I was approached with that.
Yeah, if I have artistic
Like-
integrity, I would probably say no to that.
I would
If
love
I want to fucking make crazy amounts of money, sure.
I would love to see you in that like in that minute like actually being presented with it. Like if you were presented with that legitimate
If somebody
offer.
came to me and said, "Do you want to be Venom?"
Yeah, and I want you to
I'd be
I
like,
would
"I'm not
love-
the guy for the job. Thank you. I'm flattered, but I'm
Who
not
do you
fucking
think-
going to put myself in
do
the
you
line of
think-
that fire."
But do you think it's about Tom Hardy? Like, do you think he was just bad at being Venom? Do you think somebody else would have been better?
The story
Topher
is wrong.
Grace?
So it's the story.
you
it's
think
the
not
Topher
story,
Grace?
not the actor.
Well, as an actor, if they're selling this movie on you because the movie is sold on the fact of like, oh, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, you should have the wherewithal to be like, A, there's a pre-built fan base to this. B, are we making something worth making that's not just a fucking Sony cash grab? Are we making something good? Are we doing justice to this character? And all those answers are no, 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 no. And if that's the answer, and you still want to make the movie, sure, get that payday. But if you want me to tell you that it's going to be a good film or that you have artistic integrity in making that film, clearly that's not the case.
So someone on Instagram asked, do you want the MCU Flash Thompson dude to be Venom?
No.
Uh,
No.
The immediate
What-
no
Well,
from
he's whenever.
Sai.
Well, because
But
he's not supposed to. Flash
that's
Thompson.
Agent Venom.
Agent Venom. Thank
that's
you.
Agent Venom. That's a different Venom.
That's a different Venom.
But if you do it right, maybe. If you do it right,
Okay, I agree with those points. Those are valid points. Like,
right? Like
Yeah.
you can you
What
can
are
take the
what are
role,
your
you can
thoughts on
make the mo-
Topher Grace?
Look, we don't have enough time for this. We don't have enough time for this. I'm not gonna bash Topher Grace for those movies. Once more, though, do you know like the backstory behind Spider-Man 3 and why it's a fucking disaster?
Yes.
Yes, but nerdsplain.
Okay, so initially, now I gotta remove this graphic.
I know,
Initially-
we've had
Don't
that
nerdsplain.
graphic
Never
up.
mind.
We've had
But
that graphic
Really
up for
quick,
so long.
initially, Sam Raimi was signed on to make 4 Spider-Man movies. Okay, the third Spider-Man movie that you got was already about 40% done shooting. And he was like, hey, I'm going to give the black suit Spider-Man thing. We're going to do this black suit thing. We're going to go through Peter being black suit Spider. At the end of this movie, Topher Grace's Eddie Brock will get the Venom thing. And in the 4th movie, we will make Venom that main villain, as well as like the new Goblin or whatever, which I'm not super excited about that choice either way. The studio said, no, we need Venom in this movie. The fans need it in this movie. So Sam Raimi basically said, okay, but now you are interjecting my 4th movie into my 3rd movie. If you guys are really going to pressure me to do this, what I'm going to do, since I've already pretty much completed enough of this movie to say that I'm contractually obligated to now start shooting a whole different movie, this is my 4th movie. So everybody got paid for 3 and 4 for that film. Sam Raimi got paid for films 3 and 4. And he said, I'm going to merge that 4th story in there. That's why it's all super convoluted. Topher Grace is a victim of that.
Yep.
Topher Grace was not a bad casting choice. Topher Grace did not do bad in that role. There are some questionable decisions around art design and character design around it. There's some questionable decisions in script writing around it. But I don't think it's nearly as bad as the fucking Tom Hardy Venom movies, because those Tom Hardy Venom movies did not involve Spider-Man. Okay? You cannot have Venom without Spider-Man. The character doesn't make sense. The reason why Venom looks the way he does is because the symbiote first, whatever symbiozes, whatever, or joins with Peter Parker. And he gets that look, the black suit spider. And then when he moves over to Eddie Brock, that look transfers over to Eddie Brock. The fact that you then have Venom in this Spider-Man looking freaking form without ever having introduced Spider-Man doesn't make sense. That alone is reason to say that you're not doing this fucking character justice. You're not doing the character justice.
Wait,
Tom Hardy, you should have
hold
been
on.
aware of that.
Hold on.
I do blame you.
Take it from someone who hasn't seen any of this. Spider-Man wasn't in the Venom movies?
No.
No.
Fascinating.
No,
It
once
was-
more, why Joker doesn't work. Joker needs Batman. We don't want villain movies without the hero. I don't know. Clearly, Sony didn't learn their lesson. They made Craven. They made Madam Web.
They made Morbius.
They made Morbius. All right?
Sony wanted money.
And guess what? Tom Hardy's Venom is lumped into that fucking Spider-Man universe. And in my opinion, equally as bad as all those other movies. People just like Venom enough, and it was fun enough for enough people to go see.
How dare you?
It's
How
fun.
dare you?
It was fun enough for enough people to go see those movies and them to get sequels.
Look, I'll say this. If you guys want a really good Venom Sony produced thing, play Spider-Man video games. They're great. Spider-Man 2 with Venom, it wasn't the correct story. There was no Eddie Brock, but they did Venom, and they did it pretty cool.
Nobody's got time for that, Ty. CinemaCon.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm just fucking persnippety right now because of
Slow
this fucking
your
Tom,
roll.
I know.
it's Tom
damn.
Hardy.
You're all
Uh,
hopped up
alright.
on your freaking
CinemaCon?
IV.
Are we
Yes,
finally
that drug.
moving on to CinemaCon?
Look, the movies are clearly cinema. There's so many things. We don't have time to cover all of the insanity that came. A dynamic duo.
Movies are back.
Movies are back, baby.
Movies are back.
With not just last week, Disney and Marvel, they're freaking throwing out all the stars. They're trying to get people back into the movie theaters, right?
100%.
Since COVID, there has been an insane drop of the amount of people wanting to go to movies. CinemaCon clearly kind of high. There's Final Destination news that come out of there.
Ooh, that trailer was good.
There's a new Jordan Peele teaser poster that came out of there. This summer is going to be a fucking hot summer in films. And this image alone, I was just like, hot dog. We are getting Superman, a new Jurassic World movie, and Fantastic Four
in the same month.
in the same month. Like week. And then there's, I think, another movie that comes out. I can't tell you, but if you don't get your ass to the movies this summer,
Everything gets spoiled for you.
what are you doing?
Mhm.
Wait, this is a great time to be a nerd. James Gunn, hopefully, is gonna revitalize the Superman franchise.
They're gonna sneeze.
Hmm.
Bless
Sorry.
you.
Something that fans have been pining for some time.
Mhm.
Fantastic Four, this beautiful Silver Age, like looks like a bit of a love letter to the Fantastic Four and Silver Age comics.
The first family.
Honestly, if you're a fan of Silver Age comics, and what I mean by Silver Age comics is like what 60s, 70s,
Yes.
kind of this like magical, beautiful aesthetic that was in comics within that time. The two comic book movies that are coming out are very much in that style. Jurassic World, I don't know. Scarlett Johansson, the D-Rex, I don't know. I'm gonna go see it because it's dinosaurs escaping from a park. No, I'll tell you what it's gonna be better than Venom. Inevitably.
I agree with you. You are coming.
No, yeah, none of us defended the Venom movies.
Did he?
I just
You were defending
defended
Tom
Tom
Hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah.
You went after
Look, I
his
freaking
too.
spilled something on my laptop now. Great,
That's on you.
great. You with your Tom
You're
Hardy.
gonna
defense.
try to
Did
blame
you see
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy as Al Capone?
I didn't see that movie.
Oh my gosh, it was just. It's right up there with Jared Leto's performance in the Gucci movie.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, I think it was like one of those things where he thought he was going to win an Oscar for it, and then you see it and you're like, oh no,
Ooh.
oh no, oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's there.
Planet of the Apes meme. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, check out. Look, CinemaCon is. I think it's like a convention for like cinema owners.
Mm.
But as of the last couple of years, like it's kind of become a
Is it
bigger.
open to the public?
It's become open. I don't think it's open to the public.
It's like open to like
It's open to
influencers.
industry professionals.
Okay.
Mm.
So a lot of critics, influencers, cinema owners, but basically just the studios being like, "Hey, this is how we plan on marketing a lot of the films. This is how hopefully we'll be bringing people into your theaters.
Mhm.
Stop making concessions so expensive.
Right. Get Nicole Kidman in
Here's
there.
the popcorn
yeah.
buckets that we'll have. Get Nicole Kidman. She's gonna get a new song for you guys. I don't know, but really cool. I think it's gonna be pretty amazing summer. I don't know, right? You guys? Ready?
Yeah, no.
Ready to go back.
100%.
Are we going back to the movies this summer? Or
I
what?
never stopped.
I literally.
I
never-
stopped for like a little bit
I literally
during
felt-
COVID because of for
Yeah.
safety reasons.
Which is crazy to me that I feel like studios. Do they not take that into account? They're like, well, film.
You
attendance has
abandoned
dropped.
us.
Yeah, it's like,
It's like
bitch,
where
there was
I
a pandemic.
yeah, like literally couldn't go.
Yeah.
Everything was closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So hopefully this year though will be the year that the
I
film
love
industry
going to the
kinda-
movies. It's like one of my favorite things.
I literally went like Friday. I went on Sunday and I
Yeah.
went on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tommy
I
Jeff
mean,
goes once a year.
I feel like I single-handedly put Movie Pass out of business. How much
Yeah.
I go to the movies.
Oh, movie pass.
Definitely look, go to the movies.
R.I.P.
There's still something special about sitting in that dark room with your popcorn in front of a gigantic screen and watching, a film for the first time.
Yeah, Mickey 17 was supposed to be streaming on March 27th, but then it was doing well in the theater, so they
Yeah.
kept it there longer, which is
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's very cool.
I'm
You need
glad
to see that in the theaters.
it finally broke
Yeah.
even. You do
Mhm.
need to see that in the theaters.
You should.
Not just because it's a great movie, but it's a great original movie.
hmm I did
And
pre-order it though, and on March 27th, I was like, "Yay!" And then I was like, "Ah!" But then I was like,
You get
"Okay,
that
good."
steelbook?
What?
You get the steelbook?
No,
Oh.
I pre-ordered it like Apple.
Digital.
you're talking about the
Oh.
digital purchase,
Yeah, my bad.
the thing that they can take away from you.
Yeah,
Unlike tangible media,
I
invest in tangible
know.
media.
it's very true.
Get the steelbook.
I'm gonna.
That's all the news. Wow, this was
Yeah.
a lot of news and stuff.
Well, it was.
I know the whole Nintendo stuff was amazing.
That's what it was. That's what held us up.
It
No
was-
yelling.
it
We
was-
all agreed.
it was-
And I was so excited about it.
I'm so happy for
No,
you. Tommy
I
John.
don't want to marginalize video game fans out there. Tammy and Jeff knows that just like I don't play video games enough to really talk
it
about
was
it.
the
Yeah.
Beatles thing that was the longest.
It
No,
was.
and that's why I'm here, because I will geek out every day about video games with every single one of you.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about a little bit about what we got out of WonderCon. Because we got a haul.
Today's haul.
Good.
I also got a haul.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Sorry, something is with our. Is our?
I can hear.
Yeah, I hear you. I
can
didn't
see
hear
it.
that.
Yeah, that was weird, right?
Well, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard his mic.
No, I heard the mic, but I didn't hear the
Today's
today's.
Oh, I heard it.
haul.
Out of your headphones?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, I
it.
didn't hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Interesting.
Play it again.
I'm wondering if are we coming through okay, everybody? Can you hear me as clear as possible here?
Anybody alive out there?
Anybody? Anyone? I want to say.
I am being told that it did play.
Okay, it
Okay.
did.
So it did play. We're good.
I don't
And
know.
it was loud as hell, apparently.
Whoa.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's just as long. I don't know.
Great.
It's came out of like my speakers in a weird way.
Mine too.
Yeah, same.
Anyways, we went to WonderCon. Diddy, this is what I got you at WonderCon. This is from Corinne Howe.
I love it.
It's a eat your heart out thing. I got this from Corinne.
She's an incredible person.
She was incredible.
Yeah.
We talked and met with a lot of people. We picked up some really cool stuff. Met with some great creators. And let's kind of talk. Ty, what'd you get?
From WonderCon?
Yeah, what you got, bro?
Oh, I didn't bring it all with me.
Wow, Ty. Any books?
From WonderCon?
Yeah.
Or from like New Comic Book Day?
Oh, you got you. Okay.
I
you
went
got-
to a shop today. Yes.
Oh, okay, what'd you get from the shop?
Oh, okay.
Okay, you got a haul. Well, let's go through the WonderCon.
Go through the WonderCon stuff, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, I mean, from Corinne, I did get. Hold on, I gotta take off my hat.
did Lilith Volume 3, Issue 3 come out?
No, I did not see that at the shop. Where's the camera?
Oh
I
yeah, you
the
got.
pin.
I know, I got the
Yeah.
pin too.
So that's from
Corinne.
Corinne, and then this is from Padawan Pins. That's
Sorry.
Bad Batch.
I got this pin. I should put that on my hat too.
Yeah.
We got this WonderCon exclusive Patrick Horvath free for all.
Oh,
Free for all
yeah.
was like sold out everywhere, and it has been sold out on the distributor level.
Yes, he's going to second printing.
Going into a second printing from Patrick Horvath. This is a really cool. Is it Roops Comics out of
Yes.
Idaho?
Yes.
Idaho.
Shout out. Is it Idaho?
Idaho? Idaho.
Or is it Ohio? I'm so terrible. I need to look it up
I'll
now.
look it up.
But Roops Comics had
Ohio.
Ohio, from
Oh.
Fremont, Ohio.
Wow.
Roops Comics had an exclusive 500 copies of this variant of Patrick Horvath's Free for All,
And he only brought 50 with him to the.
and he only
Show.
brought 50 with him, of him to the show. But you can go to Roops Comics website if you want to pick up a copy of this variant that we got of Patrick Horvath's Free for All.
It's a one shot.
It's a one shot. It's one book. It's like 56 pages, self-contained, delivers a brutal new vision of capitalism by combat.
Kill the billionaires.
And this is kind of a beautiful, good representation of that. So I picked that up. I think Ty got one of these as well.
I did.
We're gonna be giving one away. We're gonna be giving away a lot of shit. Our 1 year anniversary show is coming up, and we're gonna be giving away all of the shit on that episode, and leading up to that as well. So we're gonna be giving away one of these variants of the Patrick Horvath Roofs Comics exclusive free for all cover. I picked this up from David Boer. We got a really cool interview with David Boer, famously of Ghostbusters, Specs, And Kanto, and not in Kanto, but Kanto
Yes.
is his book. You like this? You like? You're like, whoa.
I want that.
Written by David Boer, Drew Zucker. Support David Boer. Not only is he an awesome creator, he wrote the Ghostbusters Back in Town that fills in between Afterlife and Frozen Empire. And he signed this for me. And this is, I'm going to definitely have to read this with my kids. As you can see, it's actually signed to them. But it's a truly entertaining and striking modern fairy tale. Beautiful and heartfelt story about love and heroism. Kanto is an adventure for past and present generations alike. But yeah, look at this beautiful artwork in this book. Also support David. David was a victim of the wildfires here in LA, something that's kind of fallen out of the news cycle. But there is a lot of really great ways to support a lot of the LA creators that did fall victim to that insane wildfire. David is one of those. Not only did we get an awesome interview and find out a lot of stuff about that he's working on, but I picked up that copy of Kanto, as well as we also got to talk to Adam Rose. Huge Detective is available at your local comic shop. Crazy kind of. Do we get one more of those?
Get one more of those.
We get one more of those.
But that was, yeah.
That was well timed.
well
Huge
timed.
Detective is a detective noir, science fiction-y fantasy story in the vein of like BFG, but then also like gritty noir story. Adam Rose, I think issue 4 just dropped in comic shops. I think there is one more issue from Titan Comics. Basically, it's a world where there is a cataclysmic events where giants had been living in the earth for the longest amount of time and then kind of come out to
And they were just like, I love how he said, we just put him in Australia.
yeah. They basically are like, hey, all the giants, you guys can have Australia, which apparently Australians are pissed off about. Sorry, but it makes sense. I'm sorry. And there's like a series of murders, and now one of the giants, teams up with a human to solve a series or string of murders. So a little True Detective, a little BFG.
I like that.
Yeah. I love that as well. Huge Detective is still at your local comic shops out there. Adam Rose did sign this. He also has another really awesome book called Corollary. Corollary, which is also just like, I love the art style in this, by the way. Check out some of Adam Rose's work. I also had to say, I'm like, hey, like Adam Rose, it's a pretty famous thing if you like know anything about pro wrestling. Picked up a copy of Corollary. Picked up some Huge Detective. Check him out. Check these out. Check out Huge Detective. Find it at your local comic shop. I think we said Golden Apple has some copies. If you're in Southern
Yes.
California and you like this concept, Golden Apple still has some issues 1 through 4. Go find Huge Detective out there. I got this art book from Corinne as we interviewed Corinne Howell of some of her Lilith artwork. She signed it. Once more, another thing that we're going to be giving away. We're going to drop that interview with Corinne. We also, you want to see this? Diddy's like, can I enter to win this thing? My
That's how we feel about
5-year-old
going through
discovered this book. We were walking through Artist Alley, and he was like upset about stuff. He's like, "You're ignoring everything I'm saying." I'm like, "I'm not trying to ignore you. You're small. I'm up here. You're down there. But I'll listen." I kind of get down to his level.
That's what I
It
tell
is-
Pablo too.
But he like literally like stopped me in his tracks after I walked. He's like, "I saw something back there that I want to go look at." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "I saw something I like." And we walked back and we discovered this book called Dino Babies in Space. A story that begins 65 million years ago. It's a great time to be a dinosaur, breathing air, chomping on leaves, and eating all kinds of meat. You know, top of the food chain type stuff. Oh, what's that now? There's a rock barreling in space about 1 million miles per hour, and it's going to collide with Earth, and it's going to cause the most catastrophic climate event the world has ever known. But what if an asteroid was not the end to the dinosaurs as we know it? What if the dinosaur species never actually went extinct? What if, in deep recesses of secret government facilities, a group of renegade dino scientists kidnapped 4 baby dinosaurs, Brink, Luna, Chonk, and Yo-Yo, to journey through the farthest reaches of space as a last-ditch effort to find a new dino homeworld? This compiles Dino Babies in Space, issues 1 through 5. once more, look, it's so cute too because the writer, artist, letterer, this guy did everything, colorist. And I was like, yo, who's like your letterer? This looks really great. It's like me. I had a friend kind of help me with it because I didn't really know. He did his own colors. He did his own artwork. He did everything in this book. Matt Bollinger. You can go to dinobabyshop.com or you can find him at Hey Machu, HEYMACHU on Instagram, or Dino Baby Ziggy on X. But my 5-year-old, we've been reading this with my 5 and 6-year-old at night before we go to bed. It is fun. It is adorable. There's a really cool Ziggy figure that we picked up with it as well. There's stuffies. If you have kids around my age group, if you're just an adult that loves being a kid, if you like adorable dinosaurs in space, Dino Babies in Space may be the book for you.
Honestly, it sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like I low-key want to steal that from you.
and then my friend, I don't know why I never put this together, host of the Geekscaped podcast, John London, wrote a book called Paul London, Hero of Prophecy. If you're familiar with pro wrestling, you may have heard of the name Paul London. Paul London is John London's brother. And I just thought that was his fucking pro wrestling name. I want to get John on here at some point because he probably will pitch this better than I can. It is a beautiful, almost like John Carter of Mars-esque sort of tale about the pro wrestler Paul. Look at this owl. Look at this fucking majestic owl and anthropomorphic owl. And yeah, just like a really interesting story. But John wrote this almost as a love letter to his brother when his brother was going through kind of a hard time struggling with his dream within pro wrestling. And yeah, he wrote this book for him, and it is a chaotic. So if you're like a fan of like Do a Powerbomb, if you're a fan of Paul London, if you're a fan of things like John Carter, epic space adventures, he specifically mentioned Kroll, which I love. If you're a fan of Kroll, issue 1, they kickstarted this book, and it's called Paul London, Hero of the Prophecy. Once more, it was like, it genuinely is a beautiful love letter to his brother. And basically kind of, yeah, it's amazing. And it's amazing art. Once more, with the one thing that usually bothers me about indie comics is like lettering. Amazing lettering. Tommy Jeff saw this. He's like, they're definitely not afraid of color. Whoever the colorist is on this, let's see, got to give credit to that. So story by John London and Paul London, lettering by Mika Myers, colors by Deterio Astone. Yeah, definitely find this book. I want to say if you've just tracked down Geekscape Comics or John London, you can get this first issue of a fantasy pro wrestling adventure. We'll do a deeper dive into this in a later episode.
Yeah,
we're getting a little crazy and over on time here.
I did say that the coloring on it was really well done.
Yeah,
and I did enjoy it. It's what made me I flipped through that thing for like 20 minutes at WonderCon.
Ty, what did we get at the comic shop this week?
Let me move my laptop real quick. Just real quick. I know we don't. I was telling Pablo it's crazy. Like, I know there's some new number ones I dropped today. Like, I Was a Fashion School Killer Murder came out by Image. What was the other one? My local shop unfortunately did not have it in stock. It was like a demon or Pastime, which was like from Mad Cave, I believe, and it's like a baseball themed book. I'm like, oh, perfect for baseball season. Really quickly, this was bonus in-game spray details inside. For those of you playing Marvel Rivals, big hit multiplayer video game. This has been like a Marvel Unlimited exclusive. Like, they would kind of produce this digitally. Now it's in print. Got that from my nephew because everyone wants the shark. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's the last one.
Well, that's the last one.
That's it. We have no more. All of our allocated magical noises are just out the window now. Damn it.
We have one more.
I mean, that was with us the third one. We're allotted 3 per episode.
My book hit it.
Standards and practices would not allow more than 3.
All right. Well,
the queen of YouTube, Poppy. We have to send an appeal to her. Hopefully, get a new one, a 4th one.
We'll try. I don't know if this.
We'll try.
Exorcism #4 came out.
Oh yes, Exorcism 1600 pen.
Thank you.
That came out.
Yep.
That didn't come out. Did it come out last week?
I think it was last week.
Okay, because I think I have that one.
4 came out.
Hannah Rose May, Exorcism 1600 Pens, fantastic. Tommy Jeff's favorite book.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's not even a big comic book guy. We
No.
force him to
Yeah.
read comics. That's a good one.
You want to read 2 and 3 first?
Yes, I do. I didn't realize we had 2 and 3.
Yeah, well, they're floating around here.
Floating around somewhere.
So yes.
I bought this because I liked the original Colin Bunn issue. This is Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe one last time with the homage to the first cover.
He kills the Marvel Universe again?
Yeah, well, I don't want to spoil it too much, but yeah, basically he has to go into the multiverse, kill the other versions of those characters like Superior Spider-Man, Frankenstein, Punisher, all that. Again, dude, I don't know if this came out this week or the last week, but just on the cover alone, Godzilla Heist #2, The Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
variant.
my
Hell
gosh.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
Godzilla
gotta
Heist
be-
is fantastic.
Mhm.
It's a heist story. Like, if you knew where Godzilla was going to strike, why wouldn't you take that opportunity to rob a bank?
Right.
Because everybody's evacuating anyways.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the concept behind that. That is a dope
It's really
cover.
good.
That is
And
a dope
that's
cover.
that's a really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla Heist. That was my favorite cover of the week, but this was what I was waiting for. And it was so funny because shout out to the fine folks at Comic Book Hideout, all said the same thing. Comic community just like sad old men. They loved Batman The Dark Knight Returns, so Daredevil Cold Day in Hell.
Oh.
Frank Miller is
yes.
back, baby,
Woo!
with
Woo.
Daredevil as an old man living in this world. And it opens
Oh,
up.
he's an old man Daredevil.
He's an old man Daredevil. 60 year. He is in his 60s. He has given up crime fighting. There's an event that they haven't gone into fully of him losing his powers.
So this is Daredevil's Dark Knight.
This is Daredevil's Dark Knight.
That's okay, cool.
Yeah, man.
Have you guys been keeping up with the series?
There's sorry, not
Mm-mm,
Frank Miller.
I
There's a
have.
Frank Miller cover. Sorry, I didn't mean writer. The series, like the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just watched the new episode.
I need to keep
I
up.
need-
But that's an awesome concept. I think.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's when I heard the concept, I was like, oh god, I'm
Old
really
man
excited for this.
Daredevil.
Old man Daredevil.
I
Dude.
like that.
Old man Logan did well, and yeah, why not?
Why not? Matt Murdock.
And I will
Is
say,
he still a lawyer?
no,
Yeah.
no, they have not. He is running a soup kitchen.
That's on brand.
It's on brand.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spoil it, but there is a major death in this comic, like right off the bat of another Marvel character that's also old now. I mean, they're all old,
Yeah.
but I was like, damn, they just killed that one off real quick.
Just give it. Who is it? No, I'm just kidding.
Spoil it. Tell me.
Spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Don't
It
spoil
says it happens right away.
It's like in the middle of the comic.
All right. Well, look. Read the comic.
Read the comic.
Walk
Go to
in
your
local
shop.
shop. Yeah.
If they have it, because this was one of those things where a lot of people were anticipating this book, and I was lucky that my local comic book shop thought ahead and ordered a bunch. So I did get the Rose Besh cover, and I did get the cover A.
Nice.
Before we wrap it up, Tommy Jeff, what was your favorite part about your first comic
Yes.
convention?
Masquerade.
The Masquerade.
The Masquerade.
100%.
Masquerade. That's the highlight.
Honestly, I would say it is because I legitimately had the most fun the entire day in that moment, and I think you and Ty genuinely saw that throughout the
You did.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
you had
I struggle as I struggle to speak. I struggle to show excitement really well,
Mm.
and I think that
Do
was
you?
like the
if
Yes.
it's Nintendo or Masquerade.
dude, I was a little kid. Like the smallest thing that made me so joyful. But no, I did enjoy it a lot. It is very much what I expected it kind of be like. I love just looking around, looking at things, and going, "Ooh, I want to buy this. Ooh, I want to buy this," but I never buy any of it. So I always feel guilty when I go there because it's I want this. I want this.
Yeah.
But the atmosphere of that place is incredible, and I think you kind of said it too, and that's why we stayed for the Masquerade. Is you just wanted to be there
Yeah.
a little bit longer and just be with that vibe and that energy.
Just revel in it.
Yeah, and I fully understand that, especially when you are outside of the convention hall and everyone's just shooting the shit, having fun, all the cosplayers are right there and everything. It genuinely is such a fun time. And the people is why I would 100% go back because
Yeah.
that alone is worth it.
Absolutely.
So it's absolutely incredible. There's so much incredible, the talent that you're gonna experience at it was a genuine blast. But the Masquerade is the highlight, and I think it's because I was genuinely just a child again, and it's just I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yeah, like the place where I don't know who posted this, man, and he's from Image Comics, and I wish I remembered his name off. He does like all the Image Comics, like like new comic book day stuff. But I think he went there with his daughter, and he posted like a really cute thing about like where she was like, "Oh, I feel like a weirdo," and he's like, "Well, we're all weirdos." And then he like cut to the shot of like everybody at WonderCon. It's like here we all are, like the weirdos, like being just not the weirdos. This is our place, right?
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate, also like people watching, just fun thing. Yeah, I had to like,
Mhm.
I didn't want to leave at the end. I'm like, I just want to, because we're like, should we go out to eat somewhere? And I was like, no, you know what? Like, I just want to sit and absorb the atmosphere.
hmm
And yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, and like I agree with it. Like a part of me wanted to go because I was tired.
Yeah, it was
Because that
exhausting.
like WonderCon is exhausting.
Yeah,
but
there's-
like in such a good way.
Yeah,
But no, I'm so happy that like we were there until like the very end, the day that I went, and all that. Like I give y'all kudos for going the entire time
yeah.
because I
Not Diddy.
I
didn't go
wouldn't-
one- I didn't go one day.
You
Don't
missed
rub
out.
it in.
Sorry, Diddy.
The masquerade is
chance.
the only thing that I'm gonna rub in that you missed because oh my god, that
Well,
the
don't.
joy.
Well, don't.
But like just being able to like celebrate the hard work that they put into those cosplays and everything,
Mhm.
like holy
Yeah.
Yeah.
like fantastic.
Oh no.
I know I was sending short clips to so many people and they were just like, where are you? I was like, I am having the best time of my life.
I'm in the mecca of it, baby. Ty, what was your favorite part of WonderCon?
I think just having the opportunity to talk to different vendors, like that's why I like going on Sundays. A lot of them are a little more inclined to start a conversation.
Mhm.
I got to meet some cool people, and some of them even taught me like the breakdown of their operation, which was insane.
Oh,
Like
wow.
cost and benefit, like cost analysis, which was kind of crazy. And then like just hanging out with you guys. Like I think it's really cool to go to a con with everyone and have that opportunity. Thank you to interview these people, and then like I think Corinne Howell was one of my favorites. I had her sign my Zoe Thorogood book,
Nice.
and I had that film.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah, the adult.
So I can't like show that, but
Yeah.
it's signed at the house.
Yeah, we talked about it
Oh, we did.
in our interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
And meeting cool people, like we got
Yeah,
to see
man.
Cosmo again. We got to meet Sammy the Monster.
Yeah, we got to see Sammy, we got to see Cosmo, our friend John Carl. There's a lot. That's my favorite part,
Yeah,
is connecting with creators, other creative
it's like a
people.
little reunion.
Yeah, it is fun. I love the community. We have some great interviews dropping with friggin' Tom Neely. We have Adam Rose, Corinne Howell. We have, David Booher. We have some good stuff, some good content that we made at WonderCon that's going to be coming your way. Anything else to plug before we wrap it up? We went pretty long. Diddy? Come on, Diddy. What was your favorite part of WonderCon?
Don't.
Oh, I
so
Where can we find
rude.
you on social media, Diddy?
Right here at Deeper Issues Nerdcast or
Boom.
live.julian on Instagram
Ty.
and TikTok.
You can find me here. You can find me here at Deep Research Nerdcast, and then at Tai Tai Photography, website, TikTok, Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Boom, boom. Tommy Jeff.
you can find me also at Deeper Issues Nerdcast.
Exclusively.
And on Instagram at the Tommy Jeff.
Boom. My name is Pablo Ramirez. As you can find me at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast, just at the Deeper Issues Nerdcast, nowhere else. Don't even try looking, because you will only.
Abdominal stretch.
Oh yeah, Saturday
Oh
morning.
my
Well, that's
God.
part of the Deeper Issues Nerdcast.
Oh, okay.
That's under
blink.
the Deeper Issues Nerdcast umbrella. Saturday mornings we'll be here recapping the entire week in pro wrestling. Myself, Pump 61, and Nathan Haskill. We'll be doing all that. But thank you, Diddy. You do remind me of that. Pumps gives me a hard time. He's like, we don't ever plug our show.
I feel like you do.
I plug the show. I know.
Yeah.
He's just a ball buster.
You do
that
talk about it.
Yeah.
Pumps bust balls.
Wait, wasn't that why we were talking about Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about
Yeah,
WrestleMania?
that's right. WrestleMania weekend, baby. We'll be out there. I don't know why this is not
and I'm going to
coming through here. But until next time, be kind. Keep